Hello everyone and welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt and we are going to continue doing our Bob's Maze run today. So, last session we were trying to get to copper because quite frankly I didn't want to build all this way and then realize we were completely stuck on copper. Unfortunately, those bugs are not going to have any of that. But the good news is I don't really care what they want and what they don't want. Because that's none of my business. So we're going to continue the Copper Crusade, going up that way, and hopefully, with a little bit of luck, we'll be done with this madness. I have my cliff explosives. They're here, but they're lacking regular explosives because we're lacking regular sulfur. That's right. That's something else we're probably going to need to sort out. So a lot of this part of the base here probably going to start dissolving very soon. That's the intent. That's what I'd like to see happen, but I don't know what sort of time frames we're talking about for that. So we're just going to. So this is a combination of a couple of mods, Toastless. So this is Bob's, which adds like a bunch of new techs and new metals, and also Ribbon Maze, which well, it makes a bit of a ribbon maze. So you've got very small areas to build in, and you've got a bit of a maze. At the end of each one of these is like a random resource patch. So, you know, here's all the tin, here's all the quartz, gold, and copper, which 82 million copper is desperately required. But the biters are not having any of it. So we've got to deal with that today. Shouldn't be too bad though. I think we've done the bulk of the work to get that far. And then we just got to finish it off and then we're good. I've run into a rock. It's okay. Rocks are designed to be run into. But yeah, it's a pretty fun mod. I'm going to be a little bit afraid of trains at some point, but I've got a plan for dealing with that. It's going to involve walls and paths where I can only go across occasionally, and should put a red light when I'm trying to go across them. That's the plan. Whether that's actually what we do or not is another question, but it's good to have a plan, right? But yeah. So all we've got to do now is get the copper protected, put a bunch of turrets along that wall so that way they can't expand out this way. At some point we would like to get plasma turrets because they are long range and they would probably help me fight back the incursions. But I can't go that way. I really do need to get more cliff explosives though, because I'm going to need to, because we're going to be building a train line all the way along here today. Probably even a coal mine midway through, so yeah. Good to have plans. Thankfully there's a lot of sources of coal along the way. So that should help. Okay, well, here's where the fun begins, I suppose. Oh yeah, that's right, the car doesn't really go through here because the cliffs are in the way. So we're going by foot. It's alright. Alright, take care, Toast. Thanks for coming. Okay, and we don't really want that much ammo in this. So again, the plan is we're going to slowly advance. And as we advance, we're going to pull some of these up and continue advancing. Those worms are going to be a problem, but that's kind of normal, honestly. Not a single step back. There's the goddamn crusade, and we're going to succeed this time. Okay, and we'll grenade the guys. We do need to repair them. So now they're getting a little bit friskier. That's okay. I don't mind a little bit of frisky biters. Because frisky biters are what we came here for, honestly. I mean, I guess we didn't come here for the frisky biters, but we know they are going to be frisky. Actually, let's pull that one down. That way we don't get, like, full double shots happening. Just keep advancing. This is how we win this. Not a single step back. We need more ammo. They pull some of these up. Okay. And I anticipate these things are going to start shooting at them. They did indeed, but that's okay. That's designed. We need this copper, and once we have the copper, we will be very, very happy. Am I basing my happiness on material wealth? Absolutely I am. And I cannot. Okay. Because you know what they say, those who base their happiness on material wealth shall inherit the earth. Probably not what they say, but it's what I'm going to say. And then, once we're done defending that, then we just got to somehow get a train line through it all. That's not really a problem, though. Okay. Oh, wow, that one shot me directly. How rude. Why would they do that? Do they not see me being adorable? I'm not adorable, I understand that. But anyway, the worms are defeated. Congratulations, we have potentially won the day. But there is always a chance that we're not done yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these. And we're going to check south, we're going to check north. And if those are all clear, then we're probably fine. Sniper turrets make it easy. Well, make it easier. I don't know if it was necessarily easy, but we succeeded eventually. And that's what matters in the end. To make sure they're not at the quartz. They're not at the quartz. So what we can do is defensive line there, and then we can figure out how we're going to get a train line in here. How exciting. It's going to be a very long train line with a lot of required rail signals that we just won't have. And we're going to need a lot of big electric poles using brass, which we just don't make at the moment. What's the difference? 40. It'd be good, but I'm not too fussed about that. Okay, and I confirm there are no biters down here. Good. So now we just got to put a defensive line maybe here. And we are good to expand. I know we haven't quite cleared off everything behind us, but I don't think I'm too worried about the gemstone biters. Which, by the way, the gemstone biters sounds like a really cool name for a Blood Bowl team. I'm not wrong. I know I'm correct on this one. Gemstone biters are down here. They're not really a problem, and I don't really need the gems yet. If they start becoming a problem, maybe I'll have to do something about them, but no, we know the biters haven't snuck to the north yet. We're not going backwards and forwards all session. That's ridiculous. But maybe they have. You're right. Okay, we'll take a couple of those. Take those. Great. There we go. So that's got 5. Right. So that will defend this line for a decent amount of time, I hope. At least until we get new weapon technology, which should be coming along. We'll grab these up. I don't think we need those anymore. But yeah. So that gives us a lot of resources. The Copper Crusade is technically over, so even though I called this episode the Copper Crusade, it's kind of a... I mean, all my titles are a little bit late, because I always sort of name them after what happened in the previous episode. But that's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive back home, we're going to grab some of that sulfur that I'm pretty sure we would have made, then we can make some explosives. We don't need those either, we can probably pick those up. Wow, that was 60 rounds of ammo. I would have loved to have that. Made an all-day game from a piece of paper when you traveled. Wait, what is an all-day game on a piece of paper? What were you playing? That's just called D&D, man. I wonder if maybe some more defenses here wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, wow. The bad joke. Terrible joke. Kept it entertained for hours, did it? Man, how do I win this game? Oh god, this train line's gonna have to be really long, and there's nothing I can do about it either. How hard is it to make brass, out of curiosity? Brass requires copper and zinc. Well, we don't have zinc, so... Well, at least she didn't fall for it. Wait, when you say that's how you met your first girlfriend, you mean that's how you broke up with her because you made that joke? And she was like, nah, I'm done. Insult to my intelligence, I'm done, I'm out. Honestly, as breakup stories go, that would be an acceptable one. Because that's funny. Okay, we're going to need to build some more of these things at some point, but that's okay. That light's not happy, but that's okay because there's probably nothing else that uses those lights. Oh, and we need to go and get that sulfur. One day this will be all trained up and it's going to be very relaxing. I just jump on a train and it'll take me to where I want to go. But today we need to drive around in a car. The sulfur is up here as well. With all my nickel. But I realize that's actually what we're doing here. You won her over with the stupid joke. I don't know, man. Maybe. Maybe. How much sulfur do we have in here? 410? Look, that's probably a lot. We've also got a box of nickel plate. We don't really need that. The best thing is, if you give the nickel plate to someone, they'll give you the nickel back. Anyway, wasn't a good joke. But then again, if you're not new here, what jokes of mine are good jokes? How they get you? None of my jokes are good jokes. I love the car powered by wood, by the way. I know it's a classic Factorio thing, but it's so funny. Just dump a bunch of wood into a car and drive. Like, this is almost a steam... I don't know, could you even power things like that? You'd need some amount of steam, wouldn't you? Like water? I guess it still heats the... I don't really know how engines work, so maybe I should just stop talking. Okay. Put that in there. Okay, here we go. Repair those up. Just because I don't want them taking 2 extra slots. Science is still progressing. Good. Yeah, look, I think... Oh, what we do now is we empty out these chests. Great, so now we've got a bunch of stuff. We don't need this quartz. That's for absolute certain. We've got any metals? We can probably give the metals back to the factory. We don't actually have a lot of metals. That's okay. So now the goal is to build the track all the way to the copper. Oh, I know what else we need to be building. Probably these. Copper, steel, iron sticks. Okay. Well, I mean, we could almost. Almost. Do we need this ammo? You know, I don't think we do. Here's what we do. We turn that into iron sticks. Oh, yes. And then we change that into big electric poles. Yes, that's going to work. And we built some big electric poles. We didn't advance much with electricity generation. It's always about making steam and turning an engine. That is true, actually. If you think about it, the most advanced technology that we have is really solar power, how we excite some electrons. I mean, that's still something, right? Gotta excite the old electrons, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's true. We really just found one principle that works and just kept going with it, didn't we? Maybe water turbine and a dam. Yeah, still using water though, isn't it? It's still the same trick. I mean, I'm sure there's other tricks, but I mean... everything is steam powered. Which is kind of cool in its own way. Ow. You know what, let's get rid of some of those cliffs. Now, generally what I'm going to do is... go that way. Okay, that's fine. No, I think we do have to walk this. That's the problem. Actually, no. We're not walking it. We are just driving it for now. And then we're going to turn... yep, just turn there. Solar, it's more efficient technology, utilizing sun more than solar panels. Concentrating sun, melting salts, and generating steam. Ah, then we're just generating steam again, damn it. God, we really didn't discover any better technology, did we? We just went, hey, let's just keep making steam. I mean, it works once, right? If it works once, just keep doing it. Probably the correct plan. And then we do another turn. We get rid of this little bit as well. Okay, that was not quite what I wanted to get rid of, but that's okay. Maybe the car is not the best way to do this. I think the car is not. I think we are doing this by hand. And you never take the turn tight, so you go deep into there. Now, we could always change this later to be a different type of turn. But for now, we're not worried about that. And we are just going to, of course, keep researching while we're doing this. Keep going. I'm pretty damn sure that we do not have the tracks for finishing this, but that's okay. Now, this one, I actually wonder whether we do take the turn. Like, normally we wouldn't. This one I think we do. Like that. Just because this is kind of a weird place. And... yeah, there's no way in hell we've got enough tracks for this. 1,000 tracks is not going to suffice. But you need to do it this way. If you don't get copper sorted out now, then you're just going to get real problems later. That's okay. This is going to be an interesting question of how many times these tracks kill me. Probably a lot would be my guess. But, you know, I look forward to that. Death was always the inevitability of this run. And then, of course, we do need to... well, we're going to have to go backwards and forwards a few times with this, but that's alright. So then hugs the left, hugs that way. So there's a few turns. But this is a pretty good bit of track. Would I love construction bots for this? Absolutely, but I don't have them. So there's no use wishing for things you don't have. Because you're not going to get them. You wish for whatever the hell you want, but if you're not going to get it, then don't bother. A very pessimistic way of looking at the world, I know, but that's how we've got to do it. Otherwise, we'll give ourselves false hope and anticipation. Jams are going to be really fun on this track, I can tell you that right now. Is there any point in wishing for what you already have? I guess I did say that, didn't I? No, I guess there's not. A valid point you raised there, Valdak. There is no point in wishing for what you have. I mean, at least you just want more money, right? That's a pretty classic wish. Or wishing for more genies, or wishing for more wishes. Maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why you can't wish for more wishes. You already have wishes. Maybe you can only wish for wishes if you have 0 wishes, right? That's how the genies work. And health. Well, I mean, who... Yeah, I guess you always have health, but I think the problem... Okay, I think I figured it out why you can't wish for more wishes with a genie. Because the way that wishes work is you can only wish for things you don't have, but you have wishes, therefore you can't wish for more wishes because you have wishes. And because of that, the only time you can ever wish for more wishes is when you have 0 wishes, but if you had 0 wishes, you can't wish for them. And therein lies the genie paradox. People only know they had health when they lose it, that is true. A very valid point. Can you wish me 3 wishes so my last wish... No. Because you can only wish for wishes when there are 0 wishes available. You can't... wishes are non-transferable as well. Part of the genie paradox. I can't really explain it. I can probably do a spreadsheet explaining it better, but all I can say is it doesn't really work that way. I'm sorry. Such is the genie paradox. I like how the first train we have is just an incredibly long train to go get copper, which is also going to need another train to go and get coal, but that we worked on. That actually makes sense? Well, I'm sorry if that makes sense to you, because that's absolute bullshit, but that's okay. I mean, we're talking about genies here. Let's be honest. Genies aren't exactly a thing. At least I don't think so. I've never really come across many genies in my run of in my life. Maybe genies are real. I only really come across jinns, which people say they're kind of like genies, but I don't know if I agree with that. Okay. So now that we have Guinness is real. Oh, jinns, I see what you've done there. Haha. Yep. Beer is real, gin is real, genies uncertain. Okay, so now we build the tracks all the way back. We've got to go back and forth a couple of times. That's okay. And at some point we'll have to figure out a train that works with coal. That's alright, that's another day. Most Czech beers are better than Guinness. Well, I don't drink beer, so I'm just going to agree with you, man, just to, like, keep the peace. The last thing I want to do is start a fight on channel right now. That's not true. It's not the last thing I want to do. It's certainly one of the last things I want to do. I don't know what the last thing I want to do is. Probably piss off a genie, but, you know, I've already told you about the genie paradox, so that could be already happening. I may have already angered the genies. Nope. At least not that I'm aware of. That'd be an absolute twist of events, though, wouldn't it? It's just Panda going under a different name. And actually knowing a lot about Factorio, and she's never told me. God, nothing would get done on this house if we both played Factorio. No, we're usually pretty peaceful, the two of us. How are we going? We've used half of our line, and we are not even halfway done. Yeah, so this line is probably going to be one of the longest single tracks that I build. I'll go ask her. Gosh. Oh. Now I've placed a line in the wrong way. Oh, good gracious. So I asked her the question, and she looked at me and said, no. And I'm like, wait, really? Do I not do that? And she said, no. I'm like, really? And she said, no, I do that, you don't do that. So apparently I'm the asshole. I apparently can't compromise is what I'm learning today. Then she laughed maniacally. This is the most important part of the story. Then she laughed maniacally. Which, you know, she's allowed to do. Oh man, doing these tracks in future will be so much better when I have robots, but that's always what they say. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, well, yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way, Panda. I'm not allowed to, apparently. Or maybe you're not allowed to. I don't know. Someone's not allowed to. For some reason that panda looks a lot more like a skull today, and I don't know why. That's how I'm perceiving it. Speaking of emotes, I've got the rough drafts for the new emotes all done. They're just being colored now. Possibly even while we speak, I'm not sure. So that's exciting. Okay, we are out of track. We still need probably like another 2,000. Yeah, we didn't actually get a Calidus one made up, I'm sorry. So we're just going to have to keep using that one for questioning about the solar emitter at Calidus. Just the way we have to keep doing it. But yeah, so Panda's been helping me come up with critiques for the new emotes. Not that a lot was really needed because, you know, the artist is very, very good at what she does. I really probably need to credit her below. Like, I know that I pay for her services, so it's not like I'm paying an exposure because I'm not an asshole. I mean, I am, but in a different way. I probably should also put a permanent link up just to be cool because she is very much the artist of the channel. All right. I'll just drive through that rock. We'll get through it. We did it. Reminds you of that child who's, you know, the one that's like climbing over this, they're trying to use a slide, like a fireman pole slide, whatever. And they just sort of hit the ground really hard and they just go, I did it! And it's like, did you? Did you do it? It looks like you really hurt yourself, kid. But they were happy, so, you know, whatevs. I think we're going to also increase projectile damage. That might be important. We're going to request probably double that of... Okay. So let's just keep building the lines. Can I... Oh, actually, that's a good question. Yeah, these do fit there, but I don't know. I probably should have thought about that. You once yelled fuck yeah in an open space? Well, I mean, that's how you gotta do it. How else would they know? How else would they know that absolute joy is occurring before their very eyes? Oh wait, I don't need to get out of the car to like hit some trees? Fuck yeah. As Veldex said in open space once. I mean, I've done a lot of weird shit in open space. Not necessarily because I intended to, it's who I am as a person. I acknowledge that I'm a weird person, I kinda have to. Solved a bug in web page, the bug was on the Internet Explorer. Well wait, when you say you were in an open space, was it like outside or was it like... Because I just assumed you were like in a plaza or something and you just kind of had your eureka moment, except without the running naked through the streets. I mean, I'm not aware you're not Greek, but you know, everyone's going to have the eureka moment where they run naked through the streets after sitting in a bath. Whereas an open space, like if you're talking about an office as an open space, I mean, I absolutely sometimes, oh, that's fine, I do that all the time. Maybe not fuck yeah, because I try not to swear. Because I don't like to. I mean, I still do swear, obviously, but I try not to. Okay. That is that sorted out. Wonderful. Oh, look, I mean, see, the story just got a lot less scary then, didn't it? There's only 2 people there and they're from service desk. Service desk doesn't give a shit. Find me a service desk that gives a shit and I'll show you I mean, I won't, because you won't be able to find me a service desk that gives a shit. You could kill a person in front of most service desks and they'll be like, yeah. I mean, I don't even work in IT and I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh yeah, so you just shout it and just when it's completely quiet. Okay, that's just funny, but yeah, I don't think it's the biggest deal. I like this bit of track. It's just nice and straight. Come on, just get that tree. There we go. Oh, there's another tree. Damn it. If I wanted trees, I would have played Tree World. That'd be a bad mod. Well, thankfully I got some trees, because it looks like my wood-powered car is all out of power. Thankfully, we've got more wood. My wood-powered car. Oh, we're actually out of track there, but I guess we got a little bit left. Not much more, but... Okay, well that's us for that. Hmm, that's okay. So English not, well, I was about to say English not their first language, but I'm not even sure English is your first language. I mean, I'm not saying your English is poor by any means. I'm just like, hang on. English might not be your first language. I forget English is not a lot of people's first language, because why would it be? I mean, it's just a state because English is my first language and I assume everyone else is the same. I don't know why. You sure that just deleted a signal? And that one too. That's fine. What matters is that we are continuing to build my infrastructure. Look at that. That's power, baby. It doesn't connect to anything, but it will, and then that's going to be power, baby. Ow! Should have seen that one coming. Uh, oh yeah, look, and if there's one thing I know, that any service team, you bring them chocolates, they will appreciate you so, yeah, exactly. Buy people with other people's money is always good, but I mean, buy people with food. Like, buy people with tasty food or coffees or cakes, you know, and you can get away with a lot more shit, especially from a team that has to deal with your shit. That's one thing that my boss taught me. My boss is an avid baker, and so she quite often bakes stuff, and then like, you know, oh, IT team, you know how like we're causing you a lot of problems. Sorry about that. Would you like some free cake? The IT team is there fast, so fast. They're like, yes. What do we look like, monsters? Of course we want free cake. It didn't connect, did it? No. Panda does indeed bring me food. That is true. She doesn't cause me a lot of pain though. She's usually pretty good. I don't even know why I said the word usually there. She's always pretty good, obviously. The best. I'm not ashamed to say that. She is. It's just the truth. She knows it. I know it. We all know it. You know it. If anyone has to put up with anyone's shit, she has to put up with my shit. And for that, I appreciate it. Uh, that one's not going to go great. Maybe I'll stop this for now. I feel like that might happen a few more times, and I don't want to deal with that. But the power lines go through there, and it's pretty good. Exactly. Food is an amazing motivator, and no one will. I don't think anyone will ever really question that. Like my school once had like this unveiling of this statue, and to make sure we all remembered it, they bought us ice blocks, and they said that we'd remember this because they bought us ice blocks, and I said, yeah, I probably won't. And since I'm telling this story, I absolutely remember this unveiling. I didn't care about the statue. I just wanted the ice block, and I ate the ice block, and it was a cheap one. That's the worst part about it. It wasn't even like a great ice block. It was just a really cheap ice block. But I'm like, hell yeah! How often do you get ice blocks at school, right? Never. School never gives you ice blocks. I remember that day. What else do we need? We need more tracks, don't we? I've heard it's tracking well. Put it in the car. That probably needs more fuel anyway. Coal. Something probably wants coal. You want coal. There you go. Problem solved. Okay, well, let's venture onwards, I guess. Let's get a gun and some ammo. That's sometimes useful. Run into a tree, or a rock or whatever. Run into something. That's what matters. Doesn't matter what you run into, just so long as you run into something. I don't know if our school lunches were great. They were okay. But then again, like, while we had a place you could buy lunch, it was not particularly great. We had this great idea. So in New Zealand, there's a very big tradition that we have meat pies. They're called pies. We just call them pies. We don't call them meat pies because there are no fruit pies in New Zealand. But everyone loves a good pie in New Zealand, you know, except, you know, vegetarians, but it's kind of what you'd expect. That fact. I've seen that video, yeah. Is that the girl and the cat, or is that just the cat? I forget. Thank you for cat fact, though. But yeah, anyway, so our school canteen sold pies. And then they did like this whole health kick. They're like, oh, we don't want to be selling pies to children because they'll get fat. I mean, yeah, obesity is a problem in every country, I suppose, to some degree. So they had a day where you just couldn't buy pies. But that's the only thing they changed about the menu. Like, everything else you could still buy, just not pies. And it's like, so what, your whole plan was just don't sell pies? Like, they're still selling American hot dogs, but they're just not selling pies now. And it's like, that's not really much better, guys. You've not really changed the menu. You've just taken one shitty food out and left all the other shitty foods. But they were pretty proud of it. Like, they excitedly told everyone about it. And of course the kids, we just wanted pies. Why would you take our gosh darn pies? But they did. And so then you'd like show up to school with your like $2 for your pie, and then you'd be like, I have a pie, and they're like, we don't sell pies today. It's pieless day. You're like, I mean, give me something else that's fatty and crappy quality then, and they're like, okay. I mean, yeah, probably, probably. They weren't even great quality pies. That's the thing. I mean, most pies aren't. Most pies you buy from the dairy. Oh God, translate that word. From the convenience stores. You know, your corner stores that sell kind of everything. I guess they're called convenience stores. I don't know what you'd call them in other countries. Not a 7-Eleven. A 7-Eleven is a particular brand of convenience store, I suppose. You get the idea. Pie, best pie. Absolutely. But I don't really ever get fruit pies, like, because we just don't get them in New Zealand. Like, I'm sure they exist, but no one wants them. Someone says, oh, do you want a pie? Everyone knows you're talking about a meat pie. And in which case you go, yeah, I'll have a steak and cheese. And everyone goes, well, of course. Or mince and cheese. You want something in cheese. I think that's the appropriate response. Don't have a sweet tooth yourself? I do. I've got a hell of a sweet tooth. I love sweet foods. It's ridiculous. Never heard of a meat pie. What? So good. I mean, they like, but they fit in the palm of your hand, and they like come in like little plastic packaging, and you sort of open it, and like it's already heated in like a pie warmer, and then you just, it's the pie warmer, and you go to the pie warmer, and you're like, ooh, what's in the pie warmer today? And it's always a pie. Sometimes it's a sausage roll. Sausage rolls are fine, but they're not pies, so you know. I don't know what I'd count a beef. I don't even know what a beef Wellington is. Hang on, I'll have a look at it once I've done running this cable. How are we going actually? It's not bad. It's Gordon Ramsay's signature dish, is it actually? Seems like just like the British version of ratatouille. It seems like a peasant's dish. Not the movie Ratatouille, obviously, but... Okay, let's look up beef Wellington. I don't know what this bad boy is. Beef Wellington. Oh yeah, I see what you... No, it's not that at all. Goodness no. So, that is more beefy. When I'm talking about a mince pie, so it's like a small pie that you fit in your hand, and it's got like pastry, of course, and on the inside it's like it's typically like mince, but it's more gravy than mince, like a beef mince. She was here before. I think she just came here to harass me and then went back to her reading. Which, you know, is her signature dish. And then we're going to need to probably have a thing where trains can do a U-turn. Vehicle belt immunity, not particularly great, but I'll keep on going. Okay. Okay, so now we just got to run the power across. Last little bit, last leg to go, and then we can, I don't know, put a train on the line. That'd be exciting. Imagine what a train on this, oh shit, crashing the trees. Imagine what a train on this train line would be. It's gonna be pretty bad until we start having like more offshoots. Pastry filled with whatever and fits in your palm. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like kind of the same idea in some degree. And like, if I'm late for work or something, I'd have a pie on the way. And you just stop into the dairy, get a pie. Yeah, and the dairies know this, so they make sure they got plenty in the pie warmer. They're typically frozen when they arrive in the dairy, and then they just check on the pie warmer for like 40 minutes, and then you got a warm pie. Good to eat. You know, you get to work, you brush the pastry off your mouth, and you get to work. You know, on the way home, and dinner's going to be like 2 hours away. Get a pie. Working at a service station, and you don't want to like worry about a sandwich. Buy a pie. There's a lot of reasons to buy a pie. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So now we've got power all the way up there. Heckin' yes. Now what I need is probably a system to turn a train around. Possibly at the end of a line. We can worry about that when we get the train. So let's get off this. Get off it! We've got a train. We got... Which is the way this train's going to go? It goes that way, okay. Train. How many carriages do we want? I think this is going to be a 3-carriage train because copper is going to always be required. This is a 3-carriage train. I do work for Auckland Transport now, yeah. Okay. So now we've got a way to get around the base on a train. Oh, you know what? I'm going to look forward to hearing that sound when I get hit by these things repeatedly, aren't I? Because we all know it's going to happen. We all know I'm going to get hit by a train at some point. Still don't have rate calculator. Oh goodness, this is a long drive. This is why it's a 3-carriage train. But it's going to be nice going through this as the base builds up because you get to see a lot of stuff happening. But what I think we're going to do is we need a way to be able to turn this train around. Now, something like that would do the job. Like we've done these before. And what we do is like that. And we call it loop. Corpse train. Okay. Yeah, that's going to happen. Okay. Actually, do we need to do that like that? Probably not, actually. That's probably incorrect. Because... But while we don't need that. What we will need, though, on the other hand, is this. And we do want this train to be able to go both ways, although chances are it'll never actually have to go that way. But let's, do it properly, right? And never actually going to be going up, so... No, never mind. We don't need it quite like that. Train comes in, yep. Okay, so let's figure out what this looks like. So for now, we're going to need to have trains coming in to drop off coal, at least until we get that sort of fixed up. So for now, let's just do this. Okay, and then we want to do stone furnaces. I don't really know how many we need, but we'll just build some and see what happens. Like, I'm not super fussed by such restrictions at this stage. Yeah, it's probably fine for now. Okay, so that gives us this. So this comes in down like this. So what we'll do is bring that around. And this has the intent to... we're doing what the shirt, are we? Okay, give me just a moment. We will do what the shirt. Okay. Hey, Bebop. So it is... Felt like I just glanced at what you've posted on the Discord. What the hell? Anyway, it's time for What the Shirt. So, What the Shirt. Today in What the Shirt, we are visiting a magical place. That's right, we're visiting outer space. Look at that cat. He's so freaking happy. That is a cat that is enjoying what he's doing. And I kind of like these kind of got like Atari colors of sorts behind him. Like he's some sort of Atari cat. I don't know. But he's just look at him. He's having the best time. What a good cat. So I like the shirt. It's a very good shirt. It's got a very good cat, a very good shirt. It's what you want. Meow meow indeed. Well put. Oh. I have good game qualifiers. What's the most random game I have? Random. Hmm. Oh, I think I know what I'm looking for. The game that I bought just for the name initially, but I did also do research on it. And I literally cannot find it. Where the hell is it? Well, we're gonna have to go with another one, because... Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Hang on a moment. Okay. Today on What the Game, we are talking about Chicken Caesar. In this game, you play a bunch of chickens running a Roman Senate. It's just what you're doing. It is kind of very Euro heavy. It is very backstabby. But so every chicken has a role in the Senate. So whether they be Caesar, obviously, they be the guard, captain of the guards, they be the the censor or the Senate, and everyone tries to make sure that they survive and that their family gets much honor. But of course, the wolves come, or sorry, the foxes come to kick the chickens away. And the only people who know where the foxes are going are the guard. So the guard know where the fox is going, and they can deliberately make it so that way the foxes don't get the guards. Oh, sorry, the foxes don't get them. And it's pretty backstabby. But it's pretty fun. It's probably the most random game I've got. It's called Chicken Caesar. It's not a very well known game, but it's fun. And what else do you need in a game other than fun, right? Right. Okay, so now you want salad. Well, unfortunately, I can't help you with your lack of salad issues. Okay. So then what we're going to do, so that's going to be for coal. I'm going to actually put this one much closer, I think. Hang on. How close can we put that in? I don't know. Can we build a train stop? We can build a train stop. Okay, well that helps. And hey Glacier Wolf, welcome along. I hate it when I sneeze so big that it almost knocks my headphones off. It happens a lot though. Okay, and we only need one train here. So we will be building those stations a bit better up later. But the whole point of this is we just wanted to be able to construct things. Construct things we shall. 3 more, I think. So we're not really in an urgent place for this, I know, but I just wanted to get this up and running. So now that we have the availability of all this copper, we actually don't even really need to be here yet. We do need train stops we built. We do need inserters. I guess we didn't bring inserters with us. It's fine. Okay, but that's a good place to be. We're getting started. When you played the maze, your maps, your tracks hugged the walls, left wall for out, right wall going back. Yeah, that's probably would work too, but I kind of like the tracks being together. There will be the occasional time where they just go straight through, and we may have a plan to stop us being killed by a train by that. But whether I actually care about it right now or not is the real big question that I don't know. It is the real question. We should care about it one day. Now, since we've still got copper, I'm no longer as scared, so we should be fine now. Evil and fun. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm enjoying it thus far. Okay, so you can wait there. So we've got enough track to do track things. That's good. The next thing we probably need to worry about is train stops, because we're not going to get anything done without train stops. So what do they need? Basic electric boards. Yeah, that's the whole reason why we started doing all this work, wasn't it? But we still need basic electric boards. So yes, I remember now. That's the very reason we did all of this madness. Was the very concept of basic electric boards. Don't I wish I had a maze only a chunk wide? Is this a manual map or a random thing? So this is Ribbon Maze, I believe. It's a mod. I believe that's what it's called. So what we need to do now is we need to go back to what we were constructing, which was the... Okay. What were we constructing? These. Which need solder, which need resin, so we need tin, lead, wood. Those are the basic requirements. And we need copper. Everything else will come to place after we get those things in. So to do that, we are going to need some things. Thank you, Valdek, for the link. Really appreciated you doing that. Now, thankfully the wood's going to be pretty easy to get, because the wood's just going to be down there. We can, I don't know. Don't know if we need to train that in. It's pretty close by. We could set up a train for later, but I don't think we need it to be here right now. We do need these cliffs out of the way, so much like the trees that were here, the cliffs are now gone. Now this was going to be tin and... This was the solder, right? We need to get rid of. So tin and lead. We're trying something new today. We're trying to use icons, because I thought that would be fun. Lead. We also need these. That way the trains don't get jammed up. And that's going to be lead drop. Now, of course, we don't have the lead pickup yet, but that's all going to be done in time. I love this. All the drop-offs are being made first. That's wonderful. That is way further away than it needs to be. Didn't really consider that. Tin and lead probably don't need to have huge amounts of them. And we will set up things later that we probably need to bring belts as well, don't we? Belts and inserters, probably good. I know it's crazy to say such madness, but we probably do need them. And then this is going to be copper drop, I believe. Just regular copper, please. Okay, and all these need to have a train limit of 1. Okay, so the idea is train comes in, it drops off the tin and the lead, which will make the solder. Then it'll bring in the copper, and then everything should just be able to be made from that, with the wood that we also have from below. And then we should be pretty good. Now the tin is easy to get. We're also, that's not where things are being made. The tin is easy to get. We'll get it from there for now. The lead is a little bit further away, but we can bring that in by train fairly easily. We do need to make more rail signals. That's going to be a big problem for us fairly soon, just the lack of rail signals that we have. Where did I leave my car? Am I carrying my car? I'm carrying it. Well, I did a big long walk before and I didn't need to. It's fine. And we're going to need a coal, oh, here's a thought. Do we have circuitry yet? Like green wires, red wires, do we have those yet? We do not. We need those. How's the power wash stream? It was fine, man. We had a little bit of connection issues. I think I fixed that though. I think we shouldn't have those anymore, like because there was some stuttering going on. But I figured out what's going on with that, so we should be done with that. Look, Power Washing Simulator was just Power Washing Simulator. It's a fun game, but it's hardly the most, enthralling gameplay. Hey, Selburn, how you doing? Welcome. Good to have you here. But I enjoyed it. It's just Power Washing Simulator, for better or for worse. It's going well, man. Thank you for asking. We might be having some problems with iron very soon. Gosh, is that something else we need to have a mine set up for? Maybe. Oops, that one's still going. My bad. Dirt disappearing and then dirt disappearing is super satisfying. I agree with that. Can I? No, that's where that's gonna go. Like that is the most satisfying part of that game. Just the spraying and the dirt just disappearing. You're like, ah, yes. It's so good. But I mean, it's hardly the game of the year enthralling content, but I enjoy it. I was playing a little bit this afternoon actually, just for fun, and you know what? I had fun. I was spraying stuff. I was doing some cleaning. Not in real life though, because yeah. Cleaning in real life is actual work, and I don't want to do work. Okay, so more iron coming through. We still have, after this patch of iron, we've still got like another few. Nah. Victoria has reputation. Oh, dude, I've been forgetting about the place. Oh, I always forget about place. I should check that out. Maybe. I'd worry about any robot that was uncontrolled by in control of, no, not in control of me, that I am controlling. There we go. We figured it out in the end. Insulated wire. Oh, wait. No, 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 no. Insulated wire needs rubber, which is resin. Okay, that's not hard to make. Okay, we can make resin. That's not too bad. I panicked there for a moment, but it's okay. How's Place going? I really enjoyed Place the first time, but that was years ago, and I really haven't thought about it a lot this time around. Probably true too. I did see the huge Ukrainian flag. I saw a picture of that at some point. Because I was on the train today and I was looking at it. That's right. I forgot about that. I was like, I knew that heard of it, but I could not remember. Okay. So what do we need first? Probably tin. Let's get tin sorted out. Oh, we probably don't need all these alien artifacts. And we'll just keep building stone fragments. Pronounced rabbit. I know that's not what you said, but it's funny to me. At least it doesn't mean slave. Because if it means slave, then you know for sure when the robot uprising comes, they're going to remember that. And I'm prepared for the robot uprising. I'm not prepared to win the robot uprising, I'm just prepared for it to kill us all. And that's probably about as good as we're going to get going that way. But of course, we're going to need coal in here as well. So maybe we really need the coal train before anything else. Oh yeah, bring in the coal train. He was like the only character I cared about in Gears of War. Because he was crazy. Association of robot and automated machine being... Slave does come from the word Slav, which means people. Oh, well, shit. Okay, never mind. It didn't really get better, did it? Yeah. We are going to need a little bit more rail. We're gonna need a lot of bit more rail. A lot more rail. Yeah, that's how words work. If we just let that slide, that's exactly how words work. Oh, what? They've got one for Silk. Oh, they got one for Outer Wilds. Hell yeah. Silk Song. Isn't that game never coming out? Isn't that the joke? That's right. Silk Song's never coming out, is what I've heard. Am I about right on that one? What is Silk Song supposed to be? Is that like the Hollow Knight expansion or standalone game where you play as Hornet? That's what I heard ages ago, but I could be wrong. Which as long as I get the... Get good. Nice. Okay, we still need to, we're gonna need a lot more train stations before this day is done. Reference to what people thought she said at the end of the game. Ah, well, the only end of the game I know is the bad end, so maybe I haven't seen that yet. And if we do that... Oh wait, I never actually picked up the rails. Damn it. It's alright. What would a SeiferKatt stream be if I remembered to pick up everything when I needed it, right? Absolute bedlam, that's what it would be. So it's a continuation of the story? The Hollow Knight not just kill every... Well, not the Hollow Knight, sorry. I don't know what the main character was referred to as. Pretty sure the Hollow Knight's the thing that's in the egg. Egg boy. I'll take that coal because we might as well. He's just the knight? Okay. Thank you. Ribbon bobbing is going alright, actually. We're bobbing along. We're just needing to just keep going, really. Where are these trees? Don't want them around. Grenades. They do what nature won't. Bobbing about. That's the one. Got the name wrong. Ow! Yeah, I was talking about pies. Well, hang on. I'll find a picture of a pie. Hang on. Irvine's pies. Irvine's... Oh, actually. You know what? That's... Yeah, there we go. So... The pie... Ignore the word Irvine's to the top. It's just the first name I could think of. I'm putting in the Discord so you can look what a pie looks like. There you go. Enjoy that. So when I'm talking about pies, I'm typically talking about something like that. There's a lot of companies that make them. I don't even really like Irvine's pies. Also, they don't sponsor me, so they can shut the hell up. I would absolutely do a pie sponsorship stream. Like, people that want to sponsor me for talking about pies, get on that. I will talk about pies. Don't think I won't. Yeah, but people always think when I'm talking about pies, I'm talking about fruit pies, and I'm not. We don't get fruit pies in New Zealand, at least not really. Really don't know what the ratios are, and I really should check it out. It looks like a shepherd's pie, but there's no potato in it. It's just, yeah, kind of. It's just the mince. It's like the mince in there, but no potato. Okay, so that'll sort out the tin once everything's all connected. Then we go do. That LPL video. What LPL video? I've missed something. Won't be the first time. Who's LPL? That's the real question. Oh, Valak post in the Discord. Oh, lockpicking lawyer. Okay, yeah. I will check that out later. I like lockpicking lawyer. I mean, how can you not? He's pretty good. Lockpicking lawyer is pretty fun. Okay. So there's going to be a couple of types of bases in this run. There's going to be mining bases and there's going to be production bases. Obviously at the ends, probably going to be mostly mining bases. That would probably make logical sense. Okay, so we're going to need... Oh, wait, what? Oh. I thought that was going the other way. Okay, so... Coal... Coal drop. This is going to be... tin pick. Hell yeah, it's a tin pick. We knew it'd be coming. Here it is. I think one carriage will suffice for this for now. We will, of course, at some point need to get better inserters on these, but we'll worry about that when we get there. What do we need? More steel, I think, for the boxes. And then we really need to worry about coal, don't we? I don't think this really needs a limit. No, I don't think this needs a limit. Put that... Let's split. And spread that over there. Cool. Okay, so not much is really happening with these yet, but it's nice that they're ready. Now, coal is going to be... It's going to be a little bit of a weird... Can we make some, like, stack inserters? They don't make them in yellow. Okay. It's fine. What we are going to do, though, is... we really need insulated wire before we can properly start fixing these things up, but that's okay. It's coal drop, we know that. We will put limiters in that shortly, or eventually, whatever. We'll do it. Okay, so that'll get my tin made up. Paxia donuts. Eastern European dumplings. Oh god, what are these things? They do kind of... Well, there's terrifying food that I'm not aware of. Okay. So that tin base is more or less okay. It just needs to have coal. Okay, do we still have a locomotive? We do. Okay. Get that locomotive going, and we're going to drive it to... Where is the biggest... There's some coal over there. Well, there you go. We're going to drive it over there. That's going to be a coal drop-off. Or a coal pick. A couple of those available, but this is going to be the one that we care. Why is this not working? Tell me my signals aren't wrong. Well, actually, hang on. I see why it's not working. I have put this the wrong way around. Okay. So, yes. And that needs to go up through there, mine coal, and then... come back. Okay. We've got miners still? Yeah, we've got 138 of them, that's fine. Okay. When are bots? I don't know. I think after not science. After oil. They're still a little while away. Not too far. Far enough to be a pain. That is my official final answer. Can we just switch that to manual? Thank you very much. Okay, we're not going to hit a train going the other way, because there are no trains. Just this one train. Although that's going to be changed very soon, and we're going to immediately have deadlocks, so that should be fun. And I think this is going to be a 2-carriage train. We have... How's Maze World? Is it amazing? That's alright. I don't know if it's amazing, but I'm enjoying it. So that'll... it is acceptable. Which doesn't work the joke, unfortunately. I know. It's enough to make me want to mod in bigger warehouses, because that makes these unloads and unloads so much easier. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't reached spaceships yet. Because spaceships aren't that hard. He sounds like he's just afraid. That's okay, sometimes people are afraid. I really need stack inserters for this, but that's okay. The point is, we just need to get started. Because once we can start automating my red chips... Oh, it doesn't look like copper. Well, yeah, exactly. Copper's over here, and I realized we couldn't do copper immediately. At first he was afraid, he was petrified, he was worried rockets would fly away without his eyes. But then he was explode, as that's what people do. It was real bad. There are some words. Anyway. If you didn't know, I don't really write songs. I'm not a lyricist. A lyricalist. A lyricist? What the fuck am I saying? I don't know. I very rarely do. Yeah, we really need to get some stack inserters in there at some point. So we're just going to drive down here. Songwriter. Yeah, that's the... Well, I don't know about that. That's the simple word for simple folk. I'm a lyricalist. Lyricalist. A songwriter does seem to be the appropriate phrase. Oh, goodness. And yeah, we're going to need medium electric pulse for this part. Lyricalist. Okay, so what do we actually need? We need more train stops, and we need more pronunciation guides. Given the fact we don't have that, let's go back to here and see what we can do. Generally, I anticipate nothing's coming down this way unless it needs to be, which is good. Copper Crusade, Lyrical Drift. Pronunciation. No, don't do it, Solburn. Don't give me a pronunciation guide through the word pronunciation. Don't do it. Don't do it. My mental state can't handle such magic. It's good times, good times. I wouldn't have it any other way. Damn it. Not noun. Okay, okay. Okay, so this is going all right. We just need to make some things. Make some noise! Make some noise in his house. Is it a verb? Can you pronunciation? Yeah, you can pronunciation. It's absolutely a verb. Letting you know that I didn't do particularly well in English. That's not true. I did alright. I did well in English. I did well in English up until the point that I decided to write all the numbers above 0 in a piece of paper. You go, hang on, Steve, that's a lot of numbers. And I go, yeah. Got to about 3,000 before the teacher called my parents and we're like, what the hell is Steve doing? My mum's like, I don't know. Is he writing all the numbers above 0 again? Yeah. Didn't take English, you took American? Wait, are you serious? Are you serious, Glacier Wolf? I was pretty good at, I was generally good at classes so long as I cared. That was the real trick in school, getting me to give a shit. I guess a lot of teachers have that problem, right? Okay. It's hard to say. I don't really know how Americans feel about English, and they're like, nah, I speak American. That's probably offensive to someone. Yeah, I loved maths. Maths was fun. Because maths was good because there was like either an answer or there wasn't. And given the fact that it wasn't complicated maths, there was probably an answer. Use terms like Lyon. Oh, that's a good joke, Monkey Spanner. I like that one a lot. I mean, there's a lot of answers there, none of which are clean, all of which are kind of dirty but funny. Okay, so this is going to be the first official train. My God. We've built over how much track have we actually built before we get the first official train? We've built over 3,000, almost 4,000 track, and this is our first train. Interesting. Train limit of 2. I think we can limit that between 2 at the moment. That's all you got? Jokes? Well, then you're welcome here anytime, because I like jokes. You know, like a girl on a dating site, I like to laugh. God, I hate that line. It's so funny. It's so like, wow, really? You like to laugh? How bold of you. Okay. So this is not going to load or unload very quickly, but you made your Factorio impossible to play. Monkey Spanner, I need to know more. Like, are you talking like you actually can't load it, or you did something so esoterically stupid, it's difficult to play? Because if it's so esoterically stupid, I need to know. Okay? Because, you know, you gotta know. Oh, make the train station black. That's actually a valid thing. How do I make black? Black is no color. Yeah, that's cool. Because if you've made a to show it's coal, that's a good idea. But if you just made like a really stupid factory, I need to know because I did recently make a sushi base, which got posted about in a couple of places, which people did not like because they were like, that's not how people should play Factorio. And I was like, I know. How can you? Okay. You've added Natural Enemies Evolution mod, Rampant mod, Pitch Black Clockwork Recipe Expansive Tech. Yeah, you've made your game kind of very difficult to play, haven't you? I love it. Oh, thank you for sharing. I don't even know what half of those things are, but it sounds wild. Alright. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, at least expansion offers there. Otherwise, you'd never get anything done. Um... Right, that's never going to bloody happen at that rate. So let's go 180. And we'll put another chest here. Once we get some steel. To defend yourself, you need 40,000 iron plates and 10,000 copper plates. Oh, thank you, Glacier. I really appreciate that. That's a really valid point. That train's never going to fuel itself, is it? My goodness, that would have... it would have been about half of the course, honestly. And, I mean, now that you've pointed it out, it still might happen that way. Okay. So now we've got coal and we've got tin being made. Oh, goodness. Monkey, you've made me very happy today, because that sounds like the most ridiculous way to play Factorio. It's, I tip my hat to you, sir. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. I'm going to be doing that. Probably at the site of making stuff. Yeah, we do need to be doing research, because otherwise, you're not doing research, you're not doing research. I don't really need those. 1 times density ore patches. Oh. So wait, I can make the modular roboports, but I can't make the robots. Oh wait, I can. Oh wait, they need some sort of copper before I can do that. Okay. Okay, guys, we're now going to train on the network. The train lines are now dangerous. Okay. Bets for how long until I find a train very quickly are now open. They're not actually open, but they could be. Okay. So we need to get some insulated wires so we can start limiting how much coal these things need. We have 2 things that have coal drops now. We do. That up there. It's okay. Red wires. Hell yeah. Probably need some combinators to make it work a little bit better, but we can figure that out another day. But now let's just use some red wires. If enable disable, coal is less than, say, 500. Which it immediately will be, but that's okay. I'm not hugely fussed by this at the moment. It's just about making sure that we have some sort of limitations on it. Otherwise there'll be no limitations and the world will end. I mean, until we get stack inserters, again, we're probably going to be right behind the curve for a long time anyway. For that we need bronze, and for that we need zinc, I think. I think we need it. We even have zinc available to us. Hell no. Do we not have zinc? That's a good. I've heard that joke a few times. It's a good joke. There's really no other way to make brass other than with zinc. Is there really no other way to make zinc other than with zinc? Okay, so we have no zinc ore available. I think that is a problem. Wait, there's a brass or bronze that I needed. Very relevant thing. Bronze. Maybe I don't need. Oh wait, bronze you don't need zinc for. It's brass you need zinc for. Okay, bronze is manageable. We can make bronze. The basic electric boards become a little bit trickier, but we can make bronze. My goodness, you're playing a dangerous game there, monkey, and I appreciate it because it's so funny to me. Okay, so we've got copper. Well, we don't have copper because we don't have the. We're gonna need another train, aren't we? And before we need another train, okay. See, this is where we're gonna start running into problems. We need a lot more basic electric boards. Okay. Well, let's start, I suppose. If we don't have more basic electric boards, we are going to get into a problem very, very quickly. I mean, iron plates as well. Okay, that's fine. And another train. Because why would you not need another train? Trains are lovely. Trains are lovely. Your longest map launched 70k rockets. Whoosh. Yeah, don't worry so much about this part of the base. This part of the base is a temporary thing. This part of the base was just to get us started. My productivity 210. You guys doing mega bases over there? Doing crazy fools with your mega bases. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't. What are we missing? More boards, I suppose. Why? Solder? Oh yeah, we're running out of solder. Okay. There we go. Solder. Done. I love you guys comparing like how ridiculous your bases are. Like it's so fun. Me, I just make a base up to the point that the game says, "Yeah, you win," and I'm like, "Thank goodness!" And I start the next mod. Which you know, I proceed to hate that as well, but that's okay. Yeah, I suppose that's true. My bases are stupid for different reasons, I suppose. That powered all the way down there. Yeah, I guess I'm a different level of stupid. Which usually is offensive, but I don't think anyone in the community would think it that way. That's great. Okay, we do need another train though. because we do need to start getting this together. So what do we need next? Lead, copper. We just need to keep making stuff, really. More carbon. I almost wonder if it'd be worth just chucking the carbon over there, but... Oh, you ran out of solder. Oh wait, didn't we get more solder? Oh, tinned copper wire. Oh, yeah, we don't carry that around on a regular basis, do we? No, we do not. Thousands of ants. Sounds like they came from the desert. Them! I mean, we get oil very soon. I don't think we need zinc. Realizing that because I mean, bronze, do I need the ores or do I just need the plates? It's just the plates, that's easy. Yeah, it's just the plates. Okay. That's fine. That's doable. Okay, another train, and then some more. Oh, this. We need to worry about the tin train? Yeah, let's do the tin train now. Like, as I was saying, you might as well just keep building up that way. And eventually, if you keep building up this direction, you do finish. So let's just keep working towards it. So, train, carriage, and then we will fuel it using the coal that comes through here. Admittedly, I still haven't got the coal train fueled up, but we'll get there. Don't worry about that. Full cargo, then to here, empty cargo. Fire is pretty good. Now the best thing is when this base runs out of tin, then we can dismantle the base and turn it into something else if we wish, or we just turn it into an empty hub. Turn it into solar power, maybe. How's this going? It's filling up. That's good. So that's tin sorted. Next, I guess do we bother getting copper sorted next, or do we get lead? Both are kind of far away from each other. Both would really need to have coal together. How difficult is it to make a stack inserter? Not hugely difficult, it's just a pain. But what do we need? We need tin and we need, well, hang on. Actually pretty easy to do. We've got tin and copper right there. All we got to do is go like that. And like that. And then I guess we need to fuel it somehow. Yeah, the spaghetti's continuing, isn't it? Wait, hang on. How do you make bronze? Give me a stone mixing. Oh god, okay, it's gonna be a different type of furnace. Oh, this type of furnace isn't good enough for you now, is it? I see how you are. So ungrateful. Okay, bronze. And we need to fuel it. We did know that. I just forgot. Ah, the spaghetti continues. Such spaghetti. I keep telling myself this is not my permanent base, but we know it's going to be if I'm not careful. This is going to be a longer run than I thought it was, actually. The longer I play this, the more I'm like, oh yeah, this is not going to be quick. But we can build stack inserters. Just need to get some steel. Get some more bronze. We'll be away laughing. I mean, when I said, when I said I think it was going to be longer, I thought it was going to be like a 50-hour run, maybe a 100-hour run. But this might be longer than that. That's okay. It might be 150-hour runs. That's what I'm predicting now. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't really care too much. Oh, Veldek, thank you so much. What an absolute bro. Thank you so much. Veldek, you know what? I was gonna say people get meows for subscriptions, but I think like donation, you get better meows. So we're gonna get you some better meows. You're gonna get really annoying, like. Hang on. So 3, so meow, meow, meow. We've got to do cat paw meows. Thank you so much. And congratulations to Ragnarok, Wazzy Tom, and Mollibadine. Or Molly, as I typically call him. So yeah, enjoy your cat paw meows. Thank you so much, Veldek. I really appreciate it. The end game here is relatively long. Well, that's okay. You guys know me. I'm not afraid of a long game of Factorio. If anything scares me, it's a short run of Factorio. Why I'm not doing speed runs, because it scares me. I'm very scared about speed runs. They're too scary for me. Why are we not making steel gear wheels? What do they need? They just need steel. What's the problem? What's your problem? Oh, bronze, dude. Forgot about the bronze. I've never lost my spoon. Absolutely not. I haven't even got on track. So I still got my spoon, and I'm still not on track. As I said, I'm not a speedrunner of any sort. Maybe one day I should. Maybe as like a... I don't know. Do I have time for chit-chat? Look. Let's see. I don't know what that mod is, what that achievement is, so I'm going to check for you. No time for chit-chat. I have not got no time for chit-chat. This is soap you don't want to lose. Excuse me, don't you dare tell me what I want to... Maybe I do. Nope, I haven't done 15 hours either. I probably could if I tried, but I haven't tried. Yeah, I've just never tried to get any of the speed running things. The only speed run I ever tried to do was just trying to beat Outer Wilds in one cycle or one cycle or less. But difficult to beat Outer Wilds in one cycle or less, given the fact you kind of have to do it in one cycle. You can't do it in less. But yeah, no, I'm not a speedrun of any stretch of the imagination. Why is train not going? Oh, train is going. Train probably got stuck some... Where's train? Oh. Yeah, that's probably a minor problem I gotta fix up. Outer Wilds they still haven't got achievements on Epic? What? I decided I wanted all the achievements on Outer Wilds, and I got all the achievements on Outer Wilds. Not really much of a comeback story, it's just the truth. Okay, now I've got to start watching the minimap for trains, because I know the train's on the loose right now. I mean, I don't really care about achievements, but I loved Outer Wilds, and I just want an excuse to play more of it. It is honestly one of my favorite games. Probably not my favorite game, but it's certainly in considerations. There's the train. They have achievements on Epic on Bug Snacks. Wait, that's it? Just Bug Snacks? Bug Snacks good. The only thing I know about Bug Snacks is it was like a launch title for the PS5, and I was like, that's probably not a game that I want to play when I get my PS5, and then I didn't. So that's my origin story. Oh wait, I've just driven straight past the coal. Bug Snacks is fun, is it? Hmm. It looked like it reminds me of another game. I can't think of what it was though. Oh, it reminded me of Slime Rancher for some reason, which is fun. I think Slime Rancher 2 is coming out at some point, and I might check that out because that was a fun game. Spore? No, it was Slime Rancher. It reminds me of. It's not like Slime Rancher. Yeah, I. It's probably not, but just the animations kind of reminded me of it. Uh, oh, I don't know where the. Oh, the train's stuck because someone didn't do signaling. The Bug Snacks or Slime Rancher? Because the song in Slime Rancher is pretty good. Like, I love the song from Slime Rancher. I've got it on my Spotify favorites list. Bug Snacks. Oh, hell. Okay. You're selling it more and more to me, Soulburn. Okay, if you were to compare it to another game, like not just graphics-wise, but like gameplay-wise, what would you compare it to? Because that's what I really need to know to actually sell me all the way. Pokemon Snap! Interesting. Okay, okay. Got my interest. I like me some Pokemon Snap. Okay, that's probably going to launch itself into oblivion. Compare everything to real life. Amazing graphics and physics module. Gameplay sucks. Yeah, okay. That's one way you can look at things. Did 100% on it. Oh, well, okay, now you're really selling it. You like the game so much you had to finish it like 100%. Damn. The first game that I did 100% completion on that doesn't... No, actually, that's a lie I was about to tell, and I'm like, nope, not wearing the hat today. The first game I actually did 100% on was like a Doritos game on the Xbox 360 because it was free and it was easy 200 gamer score, and for some reason I cared about gamer score. The actual game that I... The actual game that I really spent a lot of time on and not like 5 minutes to 100% complete was a game known as Disgaea 5. Now, if you know Disgaea games, you know that they are long games. They're JRPGs, they're very, very long, and they're very, very convoluted strategy RPGs. And I thought, hey, I'm going to 100% complete this, I'm going to get all the achievements. I mean, a weird game to choose, but I decided, that's the hill I wanted to die upon, apparently. So I played a lot of that game. Meow meow. Oh, snacks. Thank you. Speaking of bug snacks, shape snacks. No, but the shapes. Mmm. But yeah, I decided to 100% Disgaea, Gaia 5, and it took me a very long time, because of course it did. It's Disgaea. There we go. But I did it, and I only slightly hated myself afterwards. Make your own speed run category. Maybe I should. But I don't really want to win a speed run. Like, I'm not really that fast about speed runs. Steve hates chain signals. Yeah, Steve forgets chain signals exist. Steve also probably should. That's better. Steve also wonders how this is going to connect properly. Steve's a problematic person. There was a speed run that clocked in 6 hours in Sky 5. Surely not a 100% completion run, though. Please tell me it wasn't a 100% completion run. Because I can't deal with the fact if someone was able to finish that game 100% that quickly. I mean, Disgaea is chill. It's a chill game. You know, if you sort of go with a guide if you want, and you just sort of play it, right? And you just move along. Please do, Ravage. I would appreciate that. Oh, Spee, are you actually a world record holder? Are you really? That's pretty cool if you are. And if you're not, I mean, that's still pretty cool. You can just be cool on your own. You don't need me to tell you you're cool. Be cool on your own. Just be self-assured that you're awesome. Now, you may ask what's happening with this rail section, and I prefer that you didn't ask. Don't be rude. You were. Well, that's okay. You're allowed to be a world record holder. What the hell was that about, buddy? No, Train, you come back here. I'm scared that you did that. One at 4.5. I mean, that's got to be game completion, though. That can't be 100%. It just can't be. There is a Discord, and I will post it. Have a look at this. Oh, wow. World record holder from New Zealand, no less. What a great person. There was respect, and now there's more respect. Factorio 100%. Yeah, but Factorio isn't freaking Disgaea. Like, that's my problem. Disgaea is Disgaea. Like, Disgaea is a weird game in many, many ways. And I love it. It's a weird game. Yeah, it's absolutely fine. Wherever it works. If there's a Persona 5... I mean, look. Let's be honest. Every game will probably have one of those if people will care enough about it. We're just going to keep doing these for the moment. Because at least if this is done, then it's done, right? Perfect night vision, sure, why not? Okay. So this is hardly the best way to do it, but this will be all connected. So, we've got tin, sort of sorted more or less. Did I remove tin drop? I removed tin drop, okay. Tin drop exists again, awesome. No 100% for P5 or P5R. Any percent is 15 hours long. I mean, I think there's just a lot of stuff you can't skip in Persona. I don't know. I'm not a speedrunner. I think the next thing to sort out is copper. So let's go get some brass. Actually, do I need brass? Yeah, I need some brass. What's your problem? Sorry, I just said what's your problem, and I just heard Panda behind me say nothing.
Butt kicking, for goodness!
Thank you for the follow, Ravage. Don't mind me if I just look like I got startled. I didn't. That's just how I look normally. Waits for the train. I will not be killed by a train on the first episode I put trains on. I might be, but... Ah, shit. I hate power poles so much. 100% requires New Game Plus stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. That's... Goes in, your presence has been announced. Absolutely. Thank you for announcing your presence. You are truly a credit to the team. Is that Baiton Kaitos? Baiton Kaitos? I feel like that's... I know that game had like an absolute hell of getting one item. Ah. I think I own that game. I just don't think I ever really played it. Like, I bought it, I played it for like half an hour, and I never really got into it. I got excited because it had cards, and I was like, yes! A JRPG with cards, and then I just never played it. Is it worth picking up? The shampoo. I mean, I think I know where I could find the disc. I'd have to figure out where my GameCube is, but it'd be around. No idea. Well, I appreciate the honest answer. Is it worth playing? Fuck if I know. Oh, I was talking about Disgaea 5. Because Disgaea 5 was the first game I platinumed. And then I was like really wanting to platinum Disgaea 6. And then it was coming out. I was like, yes, coming out on the PS5 or PS4, and I'll buy it. And I'll be like, yes, I'm going to... Well, I don't think I cared about speedruns back then. I was like, yes, I'm going to do it again. And then it was like only on the Switch for the English release. I'm like, I'm going to wait until they inevitably release it for PC. And they're going to very soon. And I'm very excited about it. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, old games, they didn't think about speed runs. They just did not. Oh, that's right. I came here for bronze. I forgot about that. There wouldn't be a SeiferKatt run if I stayed around in the wrong place for too long. Okay. maybe it's not a bad idea to get a train made now. So that way it'll be easier for me to get back and forth. And less chance of being hit by a train. Don't worry, there'll always be an opportunity for more trains later. People are like, no, I want SeiferKatt to be hit by a train. So there's a thing I talk about at work, which is like my job. I was the only one that knew how to do a lot of this stuff, and so I've been doing it for years, and I've had no problems with it. Like I like my job, um, but I was like, yeah, eventually something's going to happen, and someone else will need to like pick up my job. Can't be hit by a train if you are a train. Exactly. So I've been training up someone to learn like parts of my job that they didn't previously know, no one knew. And you know, he's a younger guy. He's really cool. I really like the guy. He is super nice. He is really hardworking. He learns quick. All the things I want to have in someone who's learning my job. Um, and I tell him like, you know, you've got to learn the stuff because one day the bus of destiny might get me. And he's like, what is the bus of destiny? Like, you're going to get hit by a bus? I'm like, no, 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 no. Bus of destiny doesn't just mean hit by a bus. Like, sometimes the bus of destiny, you get on the bus of destiny because, you know, you won the lottery or you got a new job or anything like that. The bus of destiny is not always violent. It can be violent, but it's not always violent. And sometimes the bus of destiny, you can like ride on it like an action movie star. So, you know, the bus of destiny is not always a bad thing. But I talk a lot about the bus of destiny these days. It's just a funny concept to me. Fine, you know what? We're going to go manual. It is indeed a map maze. And the copper is miles away. Bus of Destiny can be 1,000 viewers every stream. Absolutely! I don't tell people that because I don't want to get my hopes up that's even possible, because I don't feel that it is. But yeah, Bus of Destiny could be, hey, streaming actually becomes a viable career choice. I don't anticipate it, but it's possible. So there's a lot of ways the Bus of Destiny could get you, and only some of them are scary. So yeah, that's the Bus of Destiny. 1,000 subs. Look, if I get 1,000 subs every month, I would be excited, but I'd also be like, holy shit, why? Like, I'm not being like self-deprecating here, which is a strange thing for me, but it's like, I honestly am so honored that people even watch. So thank you everyone for being here. Like, all seriousness, like I'm just a absolute goofball playing a game in a way that is potentially wrong, and I love that you're here. Every single one of you, even if you're only here for 5 minutes, thank you for coming along and just hanging out and seeing what's going on over here. I appreciate all of you. And even if you don't sub, you know, thanks for being here all the same. And if you do, I mean, you know, more appreciation, but you don't have to. On YouTube, a video had over 100 views and instantly dropped again. I mean, hey, I had you know, are you talking about the one where it got linked on Facebook and like 100 and something people came along? Potentially wrong. Potentially could be the wrong word. Feeding the trains now. Thank you very much, Wolf. That's why I'm doing this. Yeah, potentially wrong? Quite possibly very wrong. That's okay. But again, the fact that you guys are even here, I find absolutely humbling. Oh, they've both blocked each other off. The absolute doofuses. I mean, the real doofus is the person who did the signaling and didn't actually finish it. Final Destination franchise. I have not. Oh. There's no way for the train to turn. Oh. I see what that train was doing now. Okay. I do like splitting blocks. The only problem is I haven't been doing it. Because I haven't had the circuits for it. Which is what this whole area is designed to do, to make those circuits. It just hasn't happened yet. We're working on it though. One thing at a time. What is the Final Destination franchise? What is the Train of Destiny in that one? Pray tell. And do I want to know? Is it scary? Is that just being crushed by a train? Because I'm already prepared for that. Aren't they super cheap? They're kind of a pain to build because I need to build basic electric components and basic circuit boards, which I am working on, but it requires tin, copper, and lead, and wood. Yeah, it probably would help. So are excuses. Look, if there's one thing I've got, Ghosting, and you know I've got this, I got some excuses. But yeah. So anyway, feel free to use the bus of destiny as an analogy. If you don't like the bus of destiny analogy because it's you just don't like it, you don't know. I mean, it can be whatever you want it to be. The boat of destiny if you live in a coastal city. It can be whatever you want. The point is, destiny must happen. That's copper pick. That goes to copper pick, and then it goes to copper drop. Train stopped. That's okay. We'll be working on that. You can't cheat death. Absolutely. I mean, one of my like fun ideas of wait, where are you going? Come back here. Seriously, where are you going? That train's not coming back for a while. That boy's gone. We do not have enough inserters for this. That's all right. At least we've got a train we can ride back, right? I've seen speedrunners do this cool thing where they sort of do that real fast. I don't know how they do it so fast, but I've seen them do it, and I'm like, damn, they fast. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, you can imagine that if I'm teaching someone a system that I created, it is like some flaws in it that really need to be explained. It's not actual flaws, they're just like, okay, welcome to SeiferKatt's system. You may be wondering, how does SeiferKatt do his job? Well, I'll tell you, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. It is designed through many years of constant fuckery. Excuse my language. And it all makes sense after it's been explained, but it certainly will not make sense before it's explained. Okay, welcome back. You almost hit me, but I kind of expected that. The sushi base, yeah, the sushi base I was doing that for a different reason, but yeah. Was it ineptitude? Maybe. The reason I did it was because I am inept. The art of the bodge, it just has to work. Yeah, look, honestly, that's just how I play Factorio. It's bodging the whole way. I mean, it does work, right? It gets done. You guys have all seen it happen. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Whatever reason I have, it looks nice now. Yeah, I suppose that's true. The last time it was just because I had limited space. And I was like, well, it's fine. We're just going to keep doing research. I don't really care what we're researching so long as we're doing something. Last time Steve managed to watch Blue Chips for 2 hours before someone noticed. Yeah, well. Oh goodness, that's scary that someone's job title is someone who just sort of smacks things together and hope that it works. I mean, they're probably pretty good. RFC 1925, that's your bus of destiny. I mean, everyone's bus of destiny is their own. Like, buses of destiny are interesting things. Can't really control them. Anyone who thinks they can understand a bus of destiny does not understand the bus of destiny. It has to work, no matter how hard you push, no matter what the priority, you can't increase the speed of light. With sufficient thrust, pigs fly just fine. That was not necessarily a good idea. It's hard to be sure of where they're going to land. It can be dangerous sitting under them as they fly overhead. Huh, that's fun. I mean, I'm liking this base, like we are starting to expand outwards. I am worried about this area here. Hopefully in time we will deal with that. But I don't know when exactly that's going to be dealt with. And we really need to get these signalings done properly because we get deadlocks all over the place and there's not really much I can do about it. The other option is to turn everything green on all the time and hope that fixes it. Okay. Oh, Gosen, 11 is absolutely right. Ooh. I've had some bad experiences with that one. Someone's like, hey, I've got this great new idea, and it's like, I've tried to do that. It didn't go well. And they're like, yeah, but it'll work this time. I'm like, you're welcome. And they're like, you have to help. And I'm like, I'm not gonna. And then they give it a go. And it falls apart in the exact place I said it would. And then they look at me and go, Seif, why didn't you tell me this wouldn't work? And I'm just like, yes, because I'm just an asshole. I mean, I got no other reasons. I mean, why would I not tell you a plan that wouldn't work after I've told you it wouldn't work? I don't know. And then I'm the one being unhelpful. I mean, I'm making this sound like a lot worse than it actually is. It wasn't that bad. It was just like, yep, I told you. And it's like, well, okay, what do we do now? And it's like, we keep doing the thing I taught you about in the first place. Yeah, there's a thing occasionally when newbies are like, I think I've got a great idea. This will fix this thing. And I'm like, you reckon? And it's like, yep. And it's like, okay, first off, I'll let you know I've tried this before and it didn't go particularly well. And they're like, okay. But I think I've got a great plan. I'm like, okay, see it through. I want to see what you do. If you fail, then you've learned and you got it out of your system. If you succeed, then you've succeeded. And honestly, you've made my day easier. Eh, I'm not going to say no to that. Give it a week, see what happens. They give it a week, everything turns to shit. They have tripled their workload in that week because everything's gone a lot worse than they thought it would. And I go, so, are we doing that again? They go, I'm not trying that again. It's like, okay, I respect that. Yeah, I respect that you tried, and I respect that you failed. You gave it a go. It did go, and look, again, if it worked, I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't be like, oh, damn you, I can't believe it worked. I hate you. I'd be like, hey, look, it worked. Congratulations. Life is a lot easier for everyone now. But the reason we don't do it is because it doesn't work. It is easier to move a problem around. What sort of work do I do? I do office administration. So, you know, Excel sheets, data points, that sort of thing. I enjoy it. It's not an engineer job. Yeah, you don't fire employees who made the billion-dollar mistake, a multi-million-dollar mistake. The billion-dollar mistake, maybe, but yeah, if they made a $1 million mistake, I mean, hey, they won't do it again, right? They better bloody not. We do have rail signals requested here. We just haven't got them set up. do is that, and that should unlink those, yep. What mistakes do you promote them for? Never making the mistake in the first place. You don't fire them for it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a common thing for me, say, like, if you make a mistake when you're learning, it really depends what the mistake was about. If the mistake was you were coming across some new material that you've never dealt with before, and the reason the mistake happened... Where is that? Okay, I need to deal with that in a moment. But now we're going to manually go past that block. So we now got 2 trains on this block, by the way. But yeah, if the reason they made the mistake is because they didn't know something and they never asked for it, then I'm like, well, that mistake is kind of on you. But that's okay. You learn to ask for next time. If the mistake they made was it was a weird subtlety in what they were working on, and there was no way they could have known to ask because it looked fine, then, well, it's fine. Here's what you missed. Yeah, here's what you missed. Don't do that again. And here's how you make sure you don't miss it in the future. And it's the people who go, oh, okay, I learned this and I will never make this mistake again. I'm like, that's fine. And if they never make that mistake again, I got no problems with them. I mean, I'm usually pretty chill anyway, because people are learning. When people are learning, the last thing they need is some idiot to be like, ah, blah, 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 blah. It's like, yeah, they're doing their best. Let them go. You know, it's not like they want to make a mistake. Some people don't care. I like the virtual training not to click on malicious links and then you send them the malicious links. I love that. That's a good trick. I always enjoy that one. There's always someone who does, and you're like, ha 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 ha. I bet you didn't want training today. Well, guess what you're getting today? A lot of training that you don't want to be in. Could have avoided this if you just, you know, thought about it. Depends on, should have been, yeah, exactly. If they're working on things that are very expensive, they probably should have someone looking into it anyway. I'm confused why you'd want pollution producing modules. I don't know why I'd ever want to produce more pollution. But okay, sure, why not? I mean, while I don't care about producing pollution, I probably don't want to actively be creating more. Part of my job these days is just like making sure that when things go wrong, to make sure they don't happen again. But you know, it's decent work. Because things will always go wrong occasionally. Ah, alien artifacts. Oh, you know what? That is happening. They are dropping alien artifacts. That makes sense. So maybe I just... So wait, I'm using aliens to farm their artifacts? That's kind of cruel. I'm not saying anything against it, because, you know, aliens... It's better than what I was doing with aliens before, which is farming them and eating them. Reasonable. Okay. I mean, I wasn't eating them, but there were things that were eating them. That's the point. Some mods use pollution as crafting ingredients. Wow, I've never heard of such things. That's cool. Enable, disable, coal, less than 500. Okay, so that's copper sorted out. Now we just got to get lead done, and then we're good, I believe. As long as you're somewhat competent, you always end up in IT. Well, that's disappointing. You could just say that I'm incompetent. Alright, I know who I am. Okay, so that's copper sorted out for the moment. We are having electricity problems. Well, that's wonderful to know. Not really too surprising, but why are we having electricity problems? Are we running out of coal, or are we just using too much power? Too much power. Again. Well, what we could do is we could always make a decent power station along this line. Maybe down here. Someone walks in and says, can you do something about this and that? Ah, yeah, I make that mistake all the time. That's probably why I haven't been promoted or moved to IT. Because I'm already doing IT things, which is actually true. Get spaghetti base, make bigger base. Look, if Factorio could be my job, I would absolutely do it. Don't know how the hell that would work, but I would do it. Okay, copper, existing. Lead is next. Power is probably more important than lead though, right? Yeah, probably. So what we could do is we could fuel for train. Fuel for train exists. Oh no, fuel for train does not exist. Okay, we'll have to worry about that later. Should have got on car, by the way, but I didn't. Keep picking up these useless small alien artifacts when I'm walking around. Make your own task before someone gives them to you. Probably the correct action, isn't it? Sounds like a job for Future Thief. Yeah, Future Thief's really busy, okay? Because Past Thief keeps giving him more work to do. Past and present Thief are kinda assholes. Always giving things for Future Thief to do. Future Thief never gets time off. Because Past and present Thief keep making him do more work. But it's okay. Future Thief likes Past and present Thief. You know? I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. I think I like myself in the past. Future Thief is infinite. Ooh, that's a valid point. One day Future Thief may have enough and just freaking snap. You see Future Thief on a hiking trail? That's, I was gonna say not likely, but yeah, probably end up on a hiking trail one day. Andrew and I will probably go for a hike at some point. Don't know when, don't really have a time frame for that, but yeah, it's probably going to happen at some point. Okay. So... No, she agrees to keep the peace. It was the other way around. I don't, she does. Someone going to point out the fact that that train's out of fuel? Does anyone want to play that game? You know what? I think we just realized something. Future Thief problem. We're now in the future. I have now Future Thief. I'm not on a hiking trail. It's like, do you know of Kang the Conqueror in Marvel? So Kang the Conqueror is Kitty's Light. That's a good one. So Kang the Conqueror is like a time traveler of sorts through dimensions, and he sometimes has to deal with himself. I'll ask her in just a moment as soon as I fix this. He sometimes has to deal with his own bullshit. And sometimes he allies with himself because, you know, who else is going to ally with him? Alright, so let's... Oh, no, I want to be on that train. Okay. Alright, I will go and ask. So what is this about Kitty's Light, Monkey Spanner? And while I am traveling, I will go and ask Panda what Gordon Ramsay's signature dish is. I'll be back in a second. Well, I asked Panda what Gordon Ramsay's signature dish was, and she looked at me and went, Beef Wellington. And I was like, oh damn, she's got it. She has no idea why I asked. So, if she comes in the chat, she'll just ask, probably. I don't know if she's going to come into chat, but... But why am I here? That's right, to make sure this thing gets coal. Well, she does enjoy cooking, and I think she enjoys watching Gordon Ramsay's stuff, so it's not too surprising. Panda knows it all. She does. She's very, very smart. She's very intelligent, she's very educated, she's very street smart, and she is good at fighting people. She doesn't tell you this because she's embarrassed, but, you know, if it comes to street fighting, and I'm not talking about the game, I'm talking about actual fighting in the street, she'll win every time. I'm making shit up just to be real clear before anyone tries to fight her. Please don't fight my wife. Kapow! Well, Seif's always clueless. Don't give her ammunition. You know that's where it's gonna go.
Thanks
Those.
for your support.
Are those Magic the Gathering cards in the background?
Thank you for the cheer, or the bits booster draft. Are they Magic the Gathering cards in the background? Yeah, there's some Ixalan cards up there, isn't there? Look at that. There's an Ixalan booster pack there, or not booster pack. Yeah, there is. I quite like Magic. I was playing physical Magic when Ixalan came out. But I don't really play physical Magic much anymore because it's a lot of pain to get to a store and to play and to build a collection. I do play a lot of Arena, and if I must say, I was very proud of myself this recent season. I managed to make it to Master Rank for the first time ever, which I thought was a pretty big deal, honestly. It was with a red burn deck, so maybe, you know, a little bit scummy, but that's okay. I'll take it. But yeah, I was pretty proud that I made it to Master Rank. with a kind of crude deck, but it did it. But yeah, they are indeed Magic cards. I love Magic. I've loved Magic since I was 13. So I originally played Magic, gosh, 4th edition, I suppose. Must play mono red, must hit till they're dead. No, you know what? I think what you've said is way funnier. Must hit until they're dead. You know what? Actually, no, I just realized that could have other implications. And we're not going into that. But yeah. I'm not a fan of mono red, but ages ago in Ravnica, the Return to Ravnica was a different one. But anyway, one of the most recent Ravnica set, there was a card called Cavalcade of Calamity, which not only is it a fun card because it has the word cavalcade in it. Fallen Empires, yes, I played some Fallen Empires. It's not a good set. But yeah, and I had that, and I just sort of built a deck around it because I got beaten by it before, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to build my own deck, and I just sort of change it every now and then and play it in Historic, and it actually turns out I can get it to Master occasionally. Although this season it's not going well. Yeah, till their dad takes away their cards. Absolutely. The dad's not having it. Son, you've been playing too much Magic. I'm taking your cards. But Dad, you don't understand. I'm a mighty planeswalker. Only the boundless void can stop me. And, you know, a host of other things. It's like... Ooh, papa! Yeah, that's not... God, I love that video. A meme deck. 20 Plague Rats, 20 Dark Rituals, and 20 Swamps. Ah, I see where you were playing. You were playing before 4 cards in a deck was... There is a deck that I have, Ravenous Rats. You can have unlimited them in a deck. And so, and if you have 4 of them in Arena, you can just play infinite numbers of them. It was not legal. That's fine. This deck is, and so it's like for each rat you have, they get slightly stronger. And so you just put like 40 of those rats in a deck. It's not really what you should be doing, but you know, I really realize I should be doing that. Put some signals in there. 40 Mishra's Factories. Oh god. Yeah, okay, that's an option. Welcome to Magic Chat, everyone, by the way. Ah, Chandelar Jewels of the Planeswalker. So good. So good. I would love it if they made another one of those. I would play the heck out of it. Yes, Plague Rats, right? Yeah, the new rats aren't quite that devastating. I think they went, that's just too many rats. And they weren't wrong. The problem with physical Magic is actually collecting those cards. Like that many of the rats. 36 Ravenous Rats, 4 Dark Rituals, and 20 Swamps would be legal. I almost wonder if you'd cut down the number of swamps then. Just a thought. Probably could. I think I built that way too close. But there are other things you can do, like, that make the rats pretty good. There's a video on my YouTube channel ages ago when that card came out, and I was playing a deck, and they cast Ixalan's Binding on one of my rats, which means you can't play a card with that name. The only card I could possibly play was my rats, and I couldn't play it anymore. And I was like, well, this sucks, right? It's just the absolute worst thing that could happen for you playing that deck. But the thing that really sucked is the next day I went to my local card store to play Netrunner, by the way, best card game ever. And turns out a few of the players there that I had played with had watched my YouTube video of me losing my rats. And it's just I've never felt such geek humiliation as 4 people turning around and pointing and laughing and going, "Oh, you're rats." I was like, "What? What? My rats? What?" And then I realized what they're talking about. I was like, "Oh, yeah, my rats." I was like, "Why were you even watching my YouTube videos? What the hell?" But it's the exact thing that Ixalan's binding is good for. It's just the disappointment realizing, oh, I can't play this game anymore. My rats are all gone. Actually, we do want to go like 2 notches out because that's for the coal. Anyway, that's enough magic, I think, for now. Thank you again for the bits. If anyone ever wants me to talk exceedingly long for an amount of time about a subject that I know something about, feel free to share bits because I will talk about shit that I know about. Oh, you played original Netrunner. I never did. I only played the 2012. I mean, what have I got? This Netrunner around me. I don't really have anything. I got Shadows of the Beanstalk role-playing book over there, which I guess is not really Netrunner, but it's the role-playing game that for Genesis. Man, I loved Netrunner. It's just no card game was ever quite that level of bullshit, and I miss it. I really do, because it was a crazy game. So good. It was just I'm bad at bluffing, but in that game, like bluffing was so important. Just pretending like, oh, I'm about to lose. Please, what the game, Steve? Okay, you know what? Ah, you want to see that book? I will show you that book. Hang on a moment. Well, yeah, the factions thing was for Android, not Netrunner. But okay, so let's talk about Android, Shadow of the Beanstalk. So this is a role-playing game book, so I'll try to find some nice pictures. But where's the camera? There it is. Hi. I have just like hair just sticking up in a really weird way. It's so weird. What? I don't know. Let's not do that anymore. So the book I was talking about was Android, Shadow of the Beanstalk. It is the Genesis role-playing system, which was Fantasy Flight's sort of catch-all role-playing system. It wasn't particularly great, but it does have rockin' art. Like, you know you want to be those guys, right? If you're playing a role-playing game, you want to be those guys just going in a flying car, shooting behind them. That's heckin' rad. And I mean, here's the best thing. Science is happening. Look at them. They got a teacup giraffe. It's a giraffe that's real small. That's not a baby giraffe. That's a full giraffe. Hell yeah. Yeah, I know of Jinteki Net. I just, yeah, no, I mean, this book is gorgeous. I'm just trying to find another cool picture. I'll find something. Bunch of weapons. I mean, it's cyberpunk, right? So, oh, New Angeles Police Department with like scribbled "Go home." Yeah, I guess they're not a fan. I mean, no, probably not. Well, that's pretty. I haven't looked at this book in too long. Celebrity gifts, bag-sized giraffe, absolutely. So you've got all this great stuff. So I ran the game once for my friends. And the reason I wanted to pick it up, like they weren't Netrunner fans or Android Universe fans, so that was kind of a difficult ask anyway. But I ran it once, and they didn't really know the universe. And the reason I ran it is because I wanted a hacking system that was not overly complicated or overly simplistic. I wanted it so the hacker could do something without taking everyone's time. I didn't want it to be Shadowrun, in other words. And my players are totally cool with it. Like, my players are awesome. Like, they're very close friends that I've played with for years. And none of them played a hacker. So it was really just a cyberpunk game at that point, which, it was fine. Everyone enjoyed it. But, no one knew who Thomas Haas was nor why they should care about him. No one cared really who the corporations were. They only hacked one thing throughout the game, which was a taxi cab, because they didn't want the cameras on when they went into the taxi. They didn't even try to hack the taxi. They just didn't want the cameras on, so people would know where they ran to. But it was a fun game. Everyone enjoyed it. It was a game that I thought would be interesting if it ended with sort of a really somber, hey, congratulations, you sided with the wrong guys, you lose, you are going to be put to death in the morning. And I just kind of ended the game there and closed the book. And one of the players goes, I have lockpicks. And I'm like, what? I have lockpicks. Can I try and break the lock? I'm like, sure. So they break out. They fight through a Wayland facility, stealing weapons and stealing a helicopter and flying to the sunset. And I'm just like, damn. Never had players reject an ending so strongly. I guess I was putting their characters to death, so I guess that's valid. But it's like, damn. Players are like, not today, DM. We're not having any of this shit. And I was very proud of the players for just not allowing their story to end that way. The problem is with the online Netrunner game. I know it's still good, but it's that I loved the people I played with. I loved the shenanigans. I loved the community. And to be fair, the community where I played fell apart due to a series of events which, happen. It was the people that I loved. It wasn't like the game. Sure, I loved the game, but the people were the ones that I was going there, if 3 nights a week to the store to play. They were and still are very, very good friends, and it was the shenanigans we got up to. Yeah, that was a hell of a community. And I regret the shenanigans happened in terms of the group kind of imploding a little bit. We had some strong personalities, and personalities clash, unfortunately. That does happen. I don't think anyone will disagree with that either. But for those, 2-3 years that I played, they were good times. They were truly, truly good times. And oh no, I would go to tournaments. Like, I was a tournament player. I was staying up to metas. I was doing all of that shit. I didn't win a tournament. Well, no, I didn't win a tournament. I came second once, which, is pretty something. Actually, I came second twice. One time losing to a Psy game, which hurt. But, I was outplayed by a better player, and so it shouldn't have hurt. Yeah, I acknowledge that he was a better player than me. Because, I mean, there's a reason why he became, one of the top players in the country. But he was already one of the best players in the country when I played him. He was one of the best players in the country because I played against him and taught him everything I knew. No, it's because I was shit. Software is absolutely, again, I agree. I mean, hell, let's be honest, streams are the same thing, right? The game doesn't matter so much if you're enjoying the content. Usually. I've built this really close and tightly. That's probably bad. Ugh. Casual jank is the best fun in any game. Like, it's fun. It's fun to just throw things together and be like, haha, at this point, this happens, and your opponent goes, are you freaking serious? And again, that's one thing I like about Arena, that my opponent doesn't have to look me in the face when something happens. I don't want to actually make people feel bad in real life. And it's easy to kind of just be a jerk to someone online. Not that I'm being a jerk intentionally, but it does happen. Now, I don't think we need a lot of lead, so that should be alright. And we need coal. Can we make this go the other way, please? It's a lot more sense if it went the other way. You speak the manager. The SeiferKatt is so wrong. The C/ is the wrong font in the Windows, and use a backslash. You know what? I gotta. Ghosted, I've been using that joke for so long, and I've never once realized that. Shit, are you right? Hang on. Shit, it is wrong. Huh. You know what? Now it's a design quirk. That's Future Steve's problem. I never realized that. It's so funny. Well, the manager doesn't care about your complaints. Unfortunately, I am the manager. I own the store. So I'm the manager and owner, and I don't care. So... the heck? Oh, I see. No. 0-star Yelp review. 0 F minus would not shop again. Yeah, absolutely. I respect that. I'm just absolutely in awe that I've never realized that's wrong. I've been doing that icon for years too. I wonder what's wrong with the original. Hang on. Let me check the original. This is not important right now, but have I always had it around the wrong way? I've always had it around the wrong way. Huh. The original, however, was using the correct font. I just want to point that out there. I did that intentionally. But, yeah, the rest of it I've got no excuse for. Man, can you even Yelp review, like, streamers? I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to do that. Wait, hang on. I'm not allowed to do that. Just heard myself. I'm like, hang on, there's rules of what you can and cannot do. So this is lead, right? I haven't just made all this for... I haven't tried to refine coal into coal. Alright, we're good. Then we can start making the next thing, which is exciting. So that's not going to do anything yet. Coal is probably stuck somewhere for stupid reasons. Where's the coal train? It's there. Oh, it doesn't need to go anywhere right now. Well, little does it know, it does actually need to go somewhere. That's going to jam it though, probably. That's okay. Yeah, it's going back home now. Yeah, so Magic, really fun game. I was just trying to think what was the jank deck I was playing the other day that was recommended to me. It was like a Wild Mage deck with like Barbarian and rolling a bunch of dice. That was fun. I need a train. Is there a train nearby that I can steal? Probably that one. Wait, is that not getting any coal? Any copper? That'd be problematic if it wasn't getting any copper. Anyway, let's go down there and grab some stuff from it. Oh, that's going to be a pain. Yeah, no, it's actually absolutely jammed up. Okay, well, that's wonderful. I'm glad we played this game. Okay, we're taking this thing on the manual road. Yeehaw! I can't imagine how it's going to go wrong. There's not that many trains on the network at the moment. Only like, what, 3, 4? Driving trains manually is very dangerous. You should never do it, or you'll fucking pay. Well, that didn't quite work quite right, but that's okay. Oh. When did we lose our power? Oh, no, it's when I did that. Well, that explains that problem. Yeah, I'm still driving the train manually. Well, at least it explains why we weren't getting copper. Someone cut off the connections. Oopsie doopsie. There we go. And we're going to go back to the main line. While I travel, I wonder if I can find some cool art. Monoblade. Nah, that's not cool. Oh, you know what? We're going to go into some cool art from this book. So we're going to show some stuff off while we're traveling. I'm going to show off this. I believe that is protection inside our server. You probably don't want to deal with that. Because and then we've got a sysop. This sysop was in the card game, but you know, she enjoys her job. Catching hackers. It's good. Anyway, let's get back to it. We've now arrived. Ow! Doesn't count. I wasn't crushed by the train. I wasn't killed. It's fine. It just slightly hurt me. Doesn't count. Just scary. Thought I was gonna die, but I didn't die. Oh, is that the one where the guy goes through like several trains? Yeah, I've seen that one before. That's a guy who's not having a good day. I mean, I assume it's that what's that one is. I don't really have like long trains like that. Oh, I could turn off pollution. I don't care. Still never really fixed up power, did we? No, we did not. We've got a couple of coal mines available. One coal mine available. Okay. Right as the autosave kicked in. Well, I mean, you can always go back. Not the end of the world. Like, because the game does save, like, what, 3 autosaves? So you'd be fine. Oh, were you? Ah, that's cool. Yeah. 5 years. Time keeps on ticking. Into the future. Anyway, we're not space jamming today. No space jamming. No space jamming 2 especially, I think. I never saw it, but I'm not gonna. It seems like the sort of movie that I would go and see, though. It's like, SeiferKatt doesn't watch movies, but he did watch Space Jam 2. I haven't seen Space Jam 2. It's example. I was talking about Old Jam because, like, that was the song that I was referring to, but still not going to go see Space Jam 1 or 2 again. I'm not sure Space Jam 1 was actually good. I think we all thought it was good because, you know, we were all younger back then, but I don't actually think it was good. I think we just thought it was good. Oh wait, got that sorted. We need another train. Okay. I do love the fact that the Train Jam, Space Jam movie had like a world record for the longest site that hadn't been updated. That's a fun record to have. I hope they didn't update the website when they were like making Space Jam 2 and therefore no longer eligible for that award. That would have been a right F up if you ask me. And if you weren't to ask me, that's okay too. Okay. Let's get this train a rolling. It's gonna be a lead train. Which remember is gonna be the tastiest of trains because lead-based paint. It's tasty. So I understand. I believe it's sweet. But, you know, I'm not allowed to eat lead-based paint anymore for some reason. I was told no lead-based paint for Seif anymore. Soul Hackers is getting a second game 25 years later. That is true. Is that a Mega 10 game? I honestly can't remember. They also need to be connected that way. I'll fix that later. I can Google it while I'm waiting. Devil Summoner, that is Mega 10. Yes, indeed it is. Love me some Mega 10. Recently finished Shin Megami Tensei 5. It wasn't the best in the series, but that's okay. I finished it. I enjoyed myself. Saturn originally, was it? Oh, okay. Never had much interactions with the Sega Saturn. Or Sega consoles in general, honestly. Okay, so here's my lead pick. Alright, Glacier, well thanks for coming by. You take care. Sleep well. Saturn or Dreamcast? Look, I mean, I never had interaction with the Dreamcast either. 3DS, though, I did have one of those. I loved it. I loved it very much. I'm looking for some stone. That might be enough. And after that, I think I've actually got to make my... improve my power situation, because it's really bad right now, and I've done nothing to improve it. Okay, but that's lead. Now, I don't think we need a lot of lead. I don't think lead is used for... I mean, it's needed for solder, of course. But aside from solder and batteries, I mean, that's about it, right? That's pretty easy to make. So that's okay. We've got 29 million lead, so that'll probably last. If we start having problems with how much lead is being created, we can always expand this mine and expand the furnaces. So 9 million may actually last me the entire session. I don't know. And if 308 million, yeah, we don't have a problem with lead. We may need to go into further ones if we need to expand production capacity, but that I don't see that being required very quickly. So let's go and get some iron. We're going to take this train along. We've actually done pretty well. So we've got 3 new mining depots. We've got copper, lead, and tin, all of which are connected up to train networks, all of which get coal into them. So the plan here is we're going to drop this lead off now, and then we're going to maybe make a new power supply over here, which is going to be pretty sizable is the plan, actually. Okay, good. Now we run in front of the train to make sure we don't get hit by it. I know what I just said. I'm not proud of what I just said, but I know what I said. Now we want to consume more. It doesn't have more efficiency, so let's just build regular steam engines and regular boilers. Let's go 10 boilers and 20 steam engines, and that should give us enough power for a little while. So I don't know how many boilers I've started to build now. Let's cancel all of that. So we've currently built none, so let's build 10. 20 of those. Cool. Then we also need to have another train station, which is going to be a pain. Always is. And if we get some stack inserters, that would be wonderful too. But we're lacking steel. Steel? No. Lacking this stuff again. We don't need a new train, so that's nice. We just need some stack inserters, which is a nice change. 2 of those. 2 steel chests to unload. Actually, you know what? Unload faster. Let's start doing steam turbines. We're not using them just yet, but we will probably get to there at some point. At some point we will need to go water trains going from like down here or the pure water pumps. We got a few of those, that should be alright. And do we have enough track? Not really. '96 in the Asphalt 8 World Series. What does that even mean? What you playing at? Even without nuclear, turbines have benefit on a ribbon-style world. Oh. Okay, that's something I didn't consider. I was more thinking that'd be good for when I was burning oils. Get me today. And we need an offshore pump. It almost got me though. So this I want to use for wood production, so I suppose this area I'll use for power? Yes, that's my plan. Hey, it's my car. Ooh, I forgot my car was here. Now there's no reason why coal would ever come from this side. It would always come from this side. Okay. Can do. Actually, what we can do is something like this. Now, of course, we will need to reconnect that. Do not forget to reconnect that. Okay. We're good. And we loop can. I don't know if it's going to work very well though. We did that loop. I felt A is a smartphone game, car racing. Oh yeah. Oh wait, so you think your game is dying because you're doing too well? Are you suggesting you're not a master gamer like you've always told me you are? Is that what you're telling me? Why is it not letting me build on this side? Oh, I have to rotate. I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay. Work. No, I'm not confident of that. Do it that way. Yeah, it'll work. Bone accelerometer like a steering wheel. Hell yeah. That's dopey as hell, but I love it. Okay. It's a coal drop. Enable limit train 1. Enable condition coal is less than 1,000. Because we really want to make sure this doesn't run out of coal. Because this is going to be a power plant. No path to coal drop. Okay, well, let's make a path to coal drop, shall we? We are going to, of course, need to deal with signaling, but that's, you know, a common problem in my line of work. What's my line of work? Just being bad. With line of work, so much is just a statement of who I am. Okay, and then 20. We have to put gaps in it, otherwise it won't bloody work. I always forget about the gaps. This is when I realized that I haven't got enough room for... I do have enough room for inserters. That's cool. For a moment there I thought I wasn't going to. And we do that to make sure they get power. Great. Just to make sure they provide power. Which they do now. Delightful. Okay, and that produces coal, which is good. Actually, no, these two can then connect like that. Means they should approximately be okay. Yes, there's one thing I like saying, it's approximately everything should be okay. No certainty, of course. What? Okay, but that should provide, what, another 10 megawatts? 20 megawatts? It's not going to produce a damn thing if it's not connected to water. Might be a relevant problem. There we go, 28 megawatts available. Oof. We had a little bit of a problem there for a moment there, didn't we? Actually, it's not that big a problem. We're going to do about half power. Okay, that's kind of bad. But anyway. Power is being provided in a new way. Ah. Weird that they'd make a sequel and take away features. Like EA made it or something. I'm not going to tell my Forza story again. I told it yesterday. You don't need it again. Wait, was it yesterday? I think so. Long story short, see if you're not good at Forza. I need this to be able to connect up to there as well, which unfortunately... That's probably the only way I can do it. Oh, am I telling the story again? Okay, well I told it yesterday, but look, if people are asking for it again, I'll tell the story again. So, ages ago, like when the 360 was out, I thought, you know what? I'm going to learn to play car games. So I asked my friend who played car games, I was like, hey, what's the car game to play? What do people play these days? And he was like, you know, people play Forza. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll play Forza. I'm going to be that guy that plays Forza now. So I picked up Forza 3 because it just came out. And I was practicing. I was getting pretty good, you know. I was driving those corners. I was doing well. I was learning cornering. I was told, you know, you got to learn manual. I'm like, okay. So I figured out how to change gears. I was pretty good. Yeah. Don't want to toot my own horn a little bit, but I was getting pretty good. And then my friend's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, look, I'm doing well." He's like, "Great." Well, me and my friends every Friday we get a race. You know, a bunch of New Zealanders, a bunch of Aussies. We all just join together and we have a race. I'm like, "Awesome." So he tells me what I need to do to get into the race and like what sort of car to bring and what track they're gonna do, so I can practice the track. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And it was like that really long track, it's like 20 kilometers long. But I was like, "Yeah, okay." So it was 2 laps of that. I was like, okay, I understand. So I practiced it and I was getting better and I was learning the turns and, you know, I was doing well. And then I played with them. Friday night came along and we were like, okay, let's go. And the race started. And after the first corner, I never saw anyone ever again. Turns out I was not good at that game. I thought I was because I'd never had any challenge, like aside from the AI, which I think was set on easy. I don't know about cars. I know nothing about cars. And so I never saw any track races ever again. And they're all talking about how they're having a great time. And, oh, I got you on the inside turn. Oh, watch out for the flange. And I'm like, I'm not playing the same game as them anymore. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I am so far behind everyone. And yeah, I didn't know what was going on. And it was kind of the game at that point. Because, yeah. And then we played another track. And it was like, oh, this one's a shorter track. It's like only a couple of kilometers long, but we do 10 laps. So I'm like, no problem. I can do that. I got lapped by literally everyone. Oh. Oh, I'm not a car guy, am I? No. No, I don't know cars. So anyway, that's how that ended up going. I was not invited for the next week. I mean, I didn't know. I thought I was doing fine. You know, I didn't know that I was actually bad because the game makes you feel like you're doing well. Because every game they're like, "Hey, congratulations, you did better," and I'm like, "Yay!" And I clap, and the game sort of pats me on the head, and go, "Good job, Steve. Good job. Good job." And I'm like, "Yay! I can car." It's like, "Yes, you can. Yes, you're doing so good. You're doing so good." And I'm like, "Yes, I will be accepted." And also at that time, I didn't have an online group, so I was, you know, when you don't have an online group and you just kind of look to be accepted somewhere, and I thought these are going to be my. Oh wait, hang on, I'm not blue. Okay, I'm blue again. Um, I was looking for an online group to be accepted with. I was looking for my people, you know, and I thought these people can be my people. Those people could not be my people. I tried, and maybe that's what matters the most, that I tried. Yeah. I mean, hell, I think even if I was trying to play Factorio now and win a speedrun contest, I think I'd be pretty lackluster. I don't think anyone would expect me to do very good in a Factorio speedrun challenge. Okay, but let's think about what we do have. We got kitten, we got copper, we got lead. We're doing well. So now we just got to turn these and wood, which we don't have, into some. I probably should get some wood, huh? So with these greenhouses, I don't think I would ever do well in a speedrun contest, but having a look around, like I usually think I do pretty badly at Factorio because I see people playing Factorio in like amazing ways and so fast. I'm like, oh, I'm bad at Factorio. And then I look on like subreddits and people are like, I've been playing C Block for 600 hours and I've made purple science, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm bad at this game. You know, it's all about perspective. And I'm not bad at this game. I just think I'm bad because I'm not like a world-class speedrunner. Go figure, right? Actually, I don't think I want it like that. Excuse me. Okay. So, my plan here is we need to get wood. Terms of good, bad don't mean that much on their own. I know, but they, you know, when it comes to your ego, which is easily bruised, kind of matters a lot. But that's why sort of when people come in and they go, wow, like, you know, I'll never be able to manage that. It's like, look, Factorio is like, you know, play Factorio is how you want to play it. Because it is an open-ended game. Just have fun, right? It's a video game. Have fun with a video game, guys. And if people come on and go, I wouldn't want to play the game that way, it's like, you don't have to. Play the game you want to play. Because if you don't play the game you want to play, then what are you doing? Okay. Now, I don't know how many of these we need, so we're going to make too many of them. I really need to install rate calculator. I still haven't done it. It's not even installed, I just need to turn it on. I don't know why rate calculator is not turned on. It's just not on. It's just not on, guys. Guys, it's just not on. Why am I being British? I don't even know. Just a really bad British accent too. I apologize for anyone who's British or British affiliated or has ever seen someone who's British. Yeah, I'm very much kind of the same. Like, I don't optimize things. I just play. And the reason I play with all these mods is because I just got bored with the game being simpler. I just wanted to play the game a little bit harder, a little bit more. Wait, that's the wrong way around. Yeah, but play the game that you want to play, right? Try not to judge people. Everyone's doing their best. You watch some British TV shows, you need subtitles for most of them. I mean, I generally don't like British TV shows. They feel like they feel like they're trying to be better than me, and I take offense to that for some reason. I don't know why, but I just kind of do. Actually, let's go this way. Taskmaster is better than me. Well, yeah, so I've heard. There's a Kiwi off spin. A spin off, rather. Is there? I'm sure there is. I don't really watch a lot of New Zealand made TV. I don't really have that much interest in it. I can do it! Thanks, Panda! I don't know, but I can do whatever the hell I want. I can even give myself a high five if I want and make it really sad. Yeah! I hurt my hand. I hurt my hand doing that. Yeah, I know. It's not weak, I've just got soft hands. Soft, delicate hands. Okay, well now Panda's saying I'm weak. You mostly watch YouTube and Twitch these days? Yeah, look, I'm very much the same. Why is Panda being so mean to me right now? I don't know. Why are you calling me a bodybuilder? I'm not a muscle man. The only things I lift is very heavy board games. I lifted the mops today. The mops weren't heavy. Not only did I lift 2 buckets, the 2 buckets had Easter chocolate in them. Yeah, well, that's the point. Yeah, there's only one left. I ate one of them. I ate one of the chocolate eggs when you weren't looking. Ah, shit, she was looking. Well, then I was allowed to eat it. Now it just doesn't feel like I broke the rules, though, does it? Yeah, I watch a lot of YouTube and Twitch these days as well. Only time like we have a Disney Plus subscription and a Netflix subscription. All we really do is watch one episode of something a night while eating our dinner, and then that's about it. Steve's not a bodybuilder; he's a deck builder. You know what? Speaking of which, I actually do need to. What? I'm a very good deck builder. I'm not a good deck builder. Well, that's wow, rude. My Netrunner friends say I'm a pretty bad deck builder. That is true. Anyway, I might actually need to do some actual deck building at some point in the near future. There's a couple of bits of wood that seem to be rotten a bit, and I need to figure out how to do that. That should be entertaining. Bring some friends around and just have a laugh while we try and hammer in some nails, if you know what I mean. Just do a bit of hammering with the bros. Anyway, that was not needing to be said. I'm pretty sure she was. That's alright. I'm not fussed. You watch a lot of season 1, episode 1 of things and decide never to watch again. Yeah, so we watch one episode a night of things. The only thing we actively wait to... Nope. See, I'm avoiding these jokes, Veldak. I don't want to... It's fine to mock me, but you leave Panda out of this. Otherwise I'll slap you. Topical. Anyway, what was I saying? Before just threatening Veldak. I'm sorry. But yeah, so the only thing that we actually actively go, oh, it's out, we need to watch it, is like whatever Marvel shows out. So don't have my hand again. Oh, God, that'd be the funniest thing. Just slap. Oh, walks back to his seat, cradling his hand. Ah, yeah, that would be funny. I high-five myself with too much vigor. All right, so yeah, there we go. Moon Knight is pretty cool. Like, I've enjoyed the first episode of Moon Knight. Like, as people who are around this channel a lot, I'm well down the Marvel rabbit hole. Like, sure, not all of it's great, but just the MCU stuff, and I am just well into. But of course, I am so hoping the next show's good, because I love Miss Marvel so much. Kamala Khan is my favorite superhero, and I am so worried and so anxious, and I hope that it's good, because I really like Miss Marvel. As anyone who's been on this channel for even a shortest amount of time would know, I talk a lot about Miss Marvel, because she's cool. She's absolutely dorky as heck, and in many ways I kind of see her as like a new age, like Peter Parker of some sort, because, you know, she's doing her best, but she's never quite able to live both her double life, and I just like it. I like her a lot. I think she's fun. Alright, let's put my wood in the machine. But yeah, I don't know much about the character of Moon Knight. I've never read any of the comics with Moon Knight in them, but I understand enough to know that I am really interested to see where it goes. Okay, so that's going to just pump out seedlings. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's going to make a lot of wood, probably. You read comics and you don't know much about his character? Yeah. I mean, the other thing that I really like is the game Marvel Champions, and we do have a card for Moon Knight, but his only point in the card game is to get kidnapped by a Taskmaster. So, what? No, Moon Knight. Moon Knight's in that scenario, but Shang-Chi is there as well. Oh, thanks for coming by, Booster Draft. Really appreciate it. Come by anytime. You're always welcome. Okay, so we are getting the wood made. I am delighted about that. Yeah, all I really know about Moon Knight is split personalities and violent as hell. Which, I don't know if violent is necessarily a thing of going, yes, I want to read this character because he's violent. Like, there's only one character you read because he's violent being the main point of interest, and that's Deadpool. Like, I don't know if anyone goes, yes, the thing I love about Deadpool is the stunning storylines. No, people just want to see Deadpool being an asshole. Oh my god, yeah. Wait, hang on. Quicksilver's dick is run a homage? I thought I understood what you meant for a second, but now I'm not sure. Have I heard about torpedo? Whoa. Why are we under attack? And they're destroying shit. Oh god. Okay, how is Quicksilver's dick a Netrunner homage? What am I missing? Oh, because it always be running. Always be running. I remember now. Yeah. Always be running. I don't know of torpedo. Okay, so the defenses are starting to be attacked. I only know of always be running. Have I missed others? Are there more that I've not considered? Probably. Spanish comic series depicts. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound like it particularly goes in a nice place. Okay, so now that the biters are attacking that, we're going to assume they're going to keep attacking that. So with that in mind, we're going to get a lot more sniper rounds. And we're going to make a lot more ammo because we're going to need it very, very soon. The last thing we need is that mine to fall. The funny thing is, it's actually really easy to make this ammo because you just do this and you do this and then the ammo will be created. Which is funny. I think it's funny. Do we have... No, we need more sniper turrets. I love Quicksilver. Quicksilver is such a fun deck. I built him in aggression once. So, Panda and I play a lot of Marvel Champions. Not as much as we used to, but we still play a lot of it. Generally, I don't do a lot of deck building in that game because the precons are fun enough, and we don't really care about being overly competitive. We don't play on expert. We just casually play it. But I built it once in aggression just to give it a go, and man, it's so funny getting like just a bunch of basic attack damage. Just wham, 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 wham. Yes, Quicksilver was fun. Panda was quite a fan of playing as Scarlet Witch. Generally, Panda won't play a deck if it's protection because she's not a big fan of that archetype. But I like it. I like protection. Although she'll play Doctor Strange. She's more than happy to play Doctor Strange any day of the week. Maybe not any day of the week. Like some days she doesn't want to play Champions. But when she does want to play Champions, that's the day of the week she'll play it. Thought I'd get that one cleared out. Yeah, I feel like Marvel would never go quite that violent about Torpedo. Marvel does try to have like a layer of humor in all their stuff. And I mean, to some degrees, I almost feel like it makes the characters more believable. Just the characters just sort of going, I don't know what to do in this case. It's situation got real stupid and confusing. How do I deal with this? And I appreciate that. I only really read Marvel because I don't really know what else to read. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I only really read Marvel. Not for any real reason. It's just that's what I read. It's just convenient and it's available, and it's almost like a not a comfort food. But, you can just sit back and just. Have I looked into French Belgium comics? I have not. I mean, one of the advantages of Marvel stuff is it's all available in the library. Like, I can just go to the library and be like, oh, hey, look, it's Squirrel Girl. I'll read Squirrel Girl. Why not? And yeah, there's something kind of comforting in the fact that you'll always just be able to have something available in the local library. I mean, the only Belgian comic I know is, of course, Tintin, which, I think everyone knows about Tintin. I don't think anyone's particularly surprised that Tintin exists. Which I'm pretty sure that's like the, that's all you know sort of point of view. That's a start? Okay. Gaston, I do not know. I mean, I guess, what, Asterix was French, was it? I could be wrong. What? Okay. It was. Okay, so, yeah, I know Asterix and I know Tintin. Anything more than that, don't really know. Don John, don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, all I really know is like children's. I guess Asterix was meant for children. But yeah, all I really know is children's like comics. Or like French and Belgium. Belgian, rather. Which, you know, it may be a start, but it's certainly not a good place to be finishing off. Look, Ghostin, what I ask is if you can link some of the things that I could possibly search. Well, hell, Ghostin, you know where I am. Check the libraries. Is it there? I'm joking. You don't need to do it. Yeah, link some stuff in the Discord, and I'll have a look at seeing if it's available in our libraries. Thank you. I love how that cliff was just in the middle, and I just did not even try to swerve to avoid it. I just like drive straight towards it, like, meh. What are you gonna do to me, cliff? Okay, so I think the fences should hold for a little bit longer. Not too worried about that. I am a little worried potentially about the gem zone. That should be alright. Pollution is slowly spreading out that way. At some point we will need to clear this area, but I probably need better weapons before I start worrying about that. Maybe. I do like this map though. This map's fun. Now 3.4 million coal, yeah. But we've got 63 million coal elsewhere, and coal is fine because you don't need to refine it. I do wonder if I should do anything with this. I really don't know. Oh, I was about to just drive through the... Oh. We're being attacked again. This time nothing was destroyed though, so that's... Oh, do I have to get out to repair it? Ugh. Oh yeah, driving this car is going to be more and more problematic as I build up around. Good news though, all these are running, and we've got a lot of wood to be made. So, heavy oil turns into wood. Not quite the order we want to go that in, but... We want to build that, which is a pain. Let's build solder first, so we need resin. Actually, no. First we need this, which is copper cable and wooden boards. So let's just... Because it's not far, we are going to just build a long line. Good. I'm glad you just completely overrode that. Okay. You know what? At this point, I think I might actually stop. I need rate calculator, and installing it this late is not really that much useful. So I'm going to install or set up rate calculator for next session, so that way my ratios are not absolute dog crap. And we're going to call it here for tonight. So we've made a lot of progress today. We've got copper. The copper crusade is complete. It's over there. We've got tin. That's lead, but we've got lead. We've got tin, and we've got power. We've got coal, And we've got a train network, and that's actually probably the most important thing, that we have a train network that can be built upon, and it's looking nice. So that's enjoyable. If this is your first time on the stream, thank you for joining me, and please do consider following if you've enjoyed it, because that's the best way for you to come back and continue witnessing the creation of this network. I typically play Factorio 3 nights a week. That is Saturday, Monday, and Thursday, and it's typically around this time frame. Thank you. Thank you. If you would like to come by tomorrow, though, I will be playing Hollow Knight, just as a little bit of a spinning off thing. Thank you, thank you. So if you'd like to come by and join me for Hollow Knight, you're welcome to. If you're here just for the Factorio, then you don't have to. It's absolutely fine. If you're already following me and you're here, thank you very much for being here. It's always appreciated. You guys make this so much more fun. I appreciate it. Even if you're just lurking, I appreciate you being here as well, because it does help bring other people in as well. If you miss any part of this, or you just miss an episode and you go, I really wanted to see what happened, don't worry, there's a plan. You can go to youtube.com/SeiferKatt and you can find all the episodes there, but not for the series, because I haven't started uploading them. I'll start uploading them tomorrow. This is the 3rd session. But if you wanted to watch other Factorio series, I mean, I got a C-Block run there that just finished uploading after way too long, a space exploration run, and a run where I thought a sushi belt was a good idea, in preparation for another one later. But yeah, so you can go to youtube.com/SeiferKatt and go there. If you would like to catch me outside of the stream, or just discuss with the fine folk who are there, there's a Discord channel you can join. It's there. You can click that. That's how you get there. And discussions happen there, and it's a good group. It's not too noisy, it's not too raucous, but it's up to you if you want to join. What else can you do? Well, I mean, you can also subscribe, donate if you wish, either by cheering or by there's a little donate button down below, but never feel like you have to. Like, I appreciate it greatly, but you don't have to. I appreciate everyone. Just your presence is enough for me. Your presence is the real presence. But of course, I'm never saying no. Anyway, that is me for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll hope you guys join me later. Take care.